Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We started? Oh yeah. We are right back at it. This is 41 Sports Talk Radio on 41radionetwork.com. I am the Benchwarmer, making things happen. We got a lot of things going on today, as well as the whole week. We know we already know the Super Bowl is coming up.
Yes.
So we definitely want to talk about Super Bowl activities that's going on.
Yes, sir.
You know, Media Day is happening today. Actually, Media Day is going on right now.
Right.
Or Media Night was actually Tuesday.
Right.
So they had Media Night Tuesday, and which really interesting is different because it used to be Media Night it used to be Media Day. So that was like throughout the day. You know, teams come in and then they do their media thing, and then the other team comes in. Now they do it at night, so they can get some TV ratings.
And I think that was smart.
Well, I mean, did you watch it?
I didn't have a chance to.
I didn't either. That's how smart that was, right?
Well, I mean, my schedule is not yours, and yours is not mine. Yours is not everybody else's.
Right.
And, they go by majority over minority.
Right.
So if the majority was able to watch it, we're considered the minority, the ones that just couldn't get to it.
Can't get to it. Did you even want to get to it?
For me, no, not necessarily because of the teams that are involved in it. You know, so it's the same old Patriots, and
right.
There's a team that's
the Philadelphia Eagles,
who is a rival of my favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys. So I don't have any interest, but I can't speak for everybody else because we got a bunch of Eagles.
Eagle fans may have interest,
So it might be. It might be
New England fans will have interest.
Right. It might be gold to them, but it's bronze to me. So
it's not even bronze. It's not even on a Richter scale.
But yeah, it don't interest me at all.
Nah.
If it had been, let's say, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New Orleans Saints, then yeah, I can see that.
So you go Pittsburgh, New Orleans. You want to watch a Pittsburgh, New Orleans?
I would love to see that type of Super Bowl or the Patriots, and I really want the Saints.
No, cut out the Patriots.
No, seriously, because you still want to see a team in the Super Bowl besides the Giants that could dethrone the Patriots on the biggest stage.
Well, the Giants already don't. Oh, so you're saying you want to see another team because the only team that thrones.
They're calling Brady the greatest quarterback since sliced bread right now.
Except
over Joe Montana.
Except he can't beat the Giants.
Yeah,
I saw this fun fact. Did you know that Bill Belichick is probably the leadingest coach that's ever gone to Super Bowl?
11.
The most Super Bowls that he's ever gone to, including the Baltimore Ravens
and the Giants.
Yeah, no, I'm saying head coach.
Oh, as a head coach.
He wasn't a head coach with the Giants. He was a assistant coach. It was Bill Parcells. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying the Baltimore Ravens, he took them to the Super Bowl, and all these Patriots teams he's taken to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Would you consider him one of the greatest ever?
No.
Why? Because he had that stint in Cleveland?
No, Spygate and Deflategate.
Well, yeah, all them gates.
When you normally were caught cheating, and you get fined for it personally and as an organization, and you cost your team draft picks,
right?
You got blemishes on your resume.
You got solid.
I mean, Belichick is a great coach to me, but when you cheating, not once but twice.
When you're willingly cheating, and you're telling players, this is how we're gonna get around this game.
Right. Spygate's the one where you have hidden cameras trying to steal the other team's signals.
From the Jets.
Of all teams.
The Jets.
So, I mean, really.
Yeah.
I can't call him the greatest coach in NFL history for those blemishes. Same thing with Tom Brady. I still feel like that Joe Montana is the greatest.
Well, I don't know if I can say Joe Montana. I'm going to tell you. I mean, Tom Brady, come on now. Tom Brady does it without with no names.
Right.
Joe Montana.
But what I'm saying is, when the stage is the brightest, can you tell me that you went to every Super Bowl and didn't even worry about losing? The answer is no. Not only that, you lost to the same team twice.
Yeah, you lost before.
Right. So to me, there's got to be a psyche to where when the Patriots and Giants meet up in the Super Bowl, is there a chance that the Giants may beat the Patriots? And let's say this.
So you're saying the greatest never lose?
No, I'm not saying the greatest never lose, but what I'm saying is I can't call the Patriots the best team in NFL history based upon their 18-year run with Belichick because of a spy game, the play game. Those are blemishes on anybody's resume.
Well, why don't we bring in a professional?
I want to know.
You like that little smooth segue? Coming to the set right now is he is considered the player from the Himalayas.
I'm gonna scoot over.
Yeah. He's considered he's our NFL expert. Don't know why. I guess he did play in the NFL.
So he's an expert because he's stiff foot on the field, unlike me and you.
I'm the bench one. I'm telling you who I am.
I'm not gonna go there with you.
All right, what's going on, sir? Dante, what's happening?
What's going on? What's gonna turn my mic up?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn you up.
What's up?
What's up, man?
What's that?
It's all good, man.
Yeah. All right. I hear what's up now. Yeah.
You cut me off. Oh, there you go.
Nah, you in. Everybody's in.
Yeah.
Waiting for one.
What's going on?
Oh man, I can't complain. If I could, wouldn't nobody listen anyway, right?
That is.
Yep, that's what they tell me.
Yes,
Okay, so we've been talking about Dante. You got to move in a little bit closer.
Okay.
Because even though security is not here, security is still watching.
What's security at?
Security in AZ.
In Arizona?
Yeah.
What's she doing?
Taking care of AZ business.
Okay. Man, as long as she taking care of business, she doing the right thing.
So even though security ain't here,
we out there at AZ.
still got me on lockdown. I can't do jack around here.
She got some
That's a reason why.
Got some ratings, this hidden camera. She put that man cave thing up there. You might get a camera there.
Camera or something. They can put cameras on
all over the place, right?
So she might got a camera on.
Yeah,
what's up?
she worked for the president.
Okay.
No, but so we're talking about the subject that came up. We're talking about the Super Bowl. Okay. Is Brady? I'm considering Bill Belichick one of the greatest coaches to coach the game. He's saying he's not. What's your take?
No, you said the great.
I'm saying the greatest. I'm saying great. Yeah, I'm saying
one of the greatest. Yes, I can't say the greatest.
I'll put the word the greatest because you've gone to like 11 Super Bowls as a head coach.
In a sense,
as a head,
well, as a head coach, you said 8.
No.
This is 8-1.
No, he's gone to 11 Super Bowls as a head coach because we forget the one in Baltimore. They've gone to 8.
One in Baltimore.
No, the Baltimore Ravens. He coached the Baltimore Ravens when they went to Super Bowl against who were they playing? They were playing
not the Belichick having
Belichick. Yeah, Belichick. I saw they was. I'm trying to figure out who were they playing.
Baltimore won the Super Bowl against the Giants in 2000.
Yeah, but it wasn't
Baltimore.
He wasn't the head coach.
Yes, it was. That was
Giants
Belichick.
in 2000.
Yes, that was Belichick.
Belichick was not the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens.
I just saw.
This the tall coach. The tall coach. Ray Lewis. That's not Belichick.
No. Belichick coached.
The bench warmer.
Yes.
Do you want to take the card from me?
No. Let's go.
It's almost like when they tell two people telling you don't
Belichick got hired.
I'm the bench warmer for a reason.
Belichick got hired by the Patriots in 2000. This is his 18th year with the organization.
I know exactly because I just watched it.
It's the guy.
I just watched that. Wait, I actually just watched that film. On NFL highlights.
Man, we go.
No,
I just watched NFL highlights.
It's wrong. He's wrong. I know it's wrong.
I
know it's wrong.
Let me show you something.
Yes,
yeah. You keep talking.
Belichick got hired by the Patriots January 27, 2000.
Watch this.
Right? This is his 18th year.
Baltimore Ravens season 2000. I'm gonna show you something. Okay. Let's see something here.
I know for a fact the head coach was Belichick.
Belichick.
That's Billy. You can't read.
Yeah, Bill. Oh my gosh, that's him.
Brian Billy.
Brian Billy, man.
Well, it started.
That's why I just said the tall guy. Bill, so I couldn't think of his name.
Brian Billy.
Okay, it started with a B.
Bitch one.
It started with a B.
Every time I come in, you give me the fuel to just go, man. I mean, security gone, man. You can give coaches names.
It started with a B.
Because you think about Ray Lewis was in that Super Bowl.
Yeah, Ray Lewis was in that Super Bowl.
How can you mix Bill with Brian?
Belichick. But no.
I know him down there.
Bill Belichick, Brian Belichick.
It's all the
same. Yeah, it's all.
Just because it was a B.
Yeah. Brian Bill. I mean, do you even remember Bill?
So you getting yourself twisted.
Bill Belichick.
Bench warmer. Come on, man.
Okay, can we move on?
Oh yeah. You want to move on now?
Answer your question.
To answer my question, yeah, let's go
I
back.
think Belichick is the greatest coach ever.
Right.
I really do. And the reason why I think that, man, even the little time I had in New England in 06, man, he's a great coach. And it's something about those players, man. They can relate to him, and he know how to relate to them. And the biggest thing about Belichick that people don't realize, he played to every guy's strength. He finds the strongest part of your talent, and that's the position he puts you in. That's why you become so great, because he's playing to where you know how to play. He don't put you out there, to me, and play in your weakness.
In spaces and stuff like that.
And expect you to make a play when it's harder for you to make that play. You know, it's different type of corners, it's different type of personnel, different type of linemen. You know, I think he plays to every guy's strength, which makes him a great coach, because he's making these guys become. I mean, you think about Hogan. He was a no-name receiver. Nobody knows anything about Chris Hogan. All of a sudden, I mean, he can play. You know,
Danny Amendola was in Dallas. He was a walk-on.
I know that.
Yeah, he was here in Dallas.
I believe he was.
And see, my thing is, even with that situation, even without Gronkowski, they use players to their strength. They just find a player that, okay, he's good at this, we're going to make him the best at this. It's almost like a defense. Like when I was with Chicago Bears, we were the best at cover two. We could play man, of course, we could play zone. But that cover two defense was all we was going to be the best at. And we went to the Super Bowl off of that.
That's what Tampa Bay did. Tampa Bay played the cover two.
Tampa did the same
all day long, because they had the players to play this.
Exactly.
The Tampa
and you
two
play to every player's strength. You bring in corners, you bring in personnel to play to that strength, and that's how you do it.
Well, I mean, but here's and you make a good point, because that's what the NFL used to be in the early 80s and 70s.
Yeah.
They played to the strength of the player.
Yes.
You didn't sit there and put a system together and try to put people in those systems. You play when the Cowboys drafted players that can play to that particular system that they had.
That's it.
You know, and then you know, as you move forward, when they brought in the West Coast offense, now you say, okay, now here's a system, y'all need to learn the system. The West Coast offense ushered the system to where ushered into where, okay, you need to learn the system, and we're going to draft you because you're good, but you need to learn the system. Okay. So your strengths, you may not never use a lot of your strengths that you have based off the system that they have. You know, so once you bring in that West Coast offense, that took over the whole 90s.
So, okay, I'm just saying, when you saying West Coast offense, like, what are you saying?
Well, when golly, now you put me on the spot. But the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay. Bill Walsh.
When Bill Walsh came in 1979, okay, Bill Walsh brought in a West Coast offense. Okay, he brought in Joe Montana. Okay, what he did was he brought in a system. The system is the West Coast offense, and the system does not cater to a player's strength. The player has to learn that system.
Okay. Now, to my knowledge, West Coast offense, the way to beat a West Coast offense, everything is scripted. They come out, they run the first 15 plays. Out of those first 15 plays that they run, whichever works is what they run the rest of the game. Yeah. They run out different formations. That's West Coast offense.
But what I'm saying,
that's why, like you said, you bring the players in, to play within that system.
Now you got to learn that system.
But a West Coast offense can get beat.
They can
easily get beat, because if you can, and I think them are some of the notes that Belichick take. You know, when something happen, he always writing the play down. It's certain plays. The West Coast offense is we used to play against teams, and we do the first 15 plays, whatever they had success on.
That's the ones
they're going to come back to that same play in 3 or 4 or 5 different formations, but it's going to be the same.
Those are the ones you need to guard against.
Phillip Rivers been running that out his whole career. You know, it's good at times, but it can still be bad.
Here's the difference, though. Let's take a Troy Aikman.
Okay.
Now, Troy Aikman came to the NFL in '89. Troy Aikman was under a David Shula type offense, which was crappy. Troy Aikman got the heck beat out of him. Okay. Then they brought in Norv Turner. Norv Turner understood what Troy Aikman's strengths were. Okay. Troy Aikman was a timing quarterback. Okay. So he created a timing offense, which was Norv Turner's strength too, because Norv Turner came out of Ernie Zampese. Okay. You know, Eric Coryell. You know, that Dan Fouts type offense. But they looked at what Troy Aikman's strengths were, and said, and we're gonna utilize Troy Aikman's strength. If Troy Aikman had stayed in that Dave Shula type offense, he wouldn't have been. He wouldn't have been.
Question, Cam Newton. So you think North Turner going to turn Cam Newton around?
That's a good question.
That's a good question because I don't know if Cam Newton can be a timing quarterback without true receivers. Right.
Exactly. You said it right.
Yeah,
you got to have the
receivers.
receivers to have a timing
there.
offense because
Yeah.
those receivers he have a ton.
They're wishy-washy receivers.
They're average guys.
And this is not the day and age of route running receivers.
Yeah,
we've gone away from that.
Yeah.
We've gotten to go to the car and stop and give me 10 at the car.
Really, it's a scramble type offense.
Yeah, it is.
Because every quarterback is in the move. Only Brady is really a true pocket quarterback.
Yeah,
and you think of Carson Wentz, everybody else, they move, they run it.
And even at that, everybody's looking for that. I need that run. I need that RG3, but less or Michael Vick type run quarterback.
They're looking for that.
Yeah, and you know this is and it's real interesting that we gotten away from the running game. I mean, there are very few. I mean, we're more pass. I'm saying the NFL.
Okay.
NFL is more pass happy. You know, but now you're starting to bring back the running game based off of Kamari and Zeke and Le'Veon Bell.
NFL is based off of they love excitement.
That and they
passing the ball is always exciting to see the ball going to the end.
And that's why there's so many receivers that get a pass on everything.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, shoot, you can blow on the receiver and it's pass interference.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you got so many receivers that's getting that cushion.
Yeah.
You know, and that cushion is what I think everybody wants to score in games. We want
high scoring games. They love when you scoring 47 points. It's making the fans happy.
We hate the fact that defense wins championships.
That's true.
What it is.
You know, but that's what and anything, in any sport, defense wins championships.
That's true.
You know, you go to basketball, defense wins. You know, if I can score 90 on you,
Spurs,
yeah, that's all they had was defense.
Yeah.
You know, so in this situation though, Bill Belichick has grazed through the time, and he's able to adapt his offense or his defense based off to what the time is.
But also with Belichick, the guys he bring in are smart guys.
They are.
If you notice, prime example was Chad Johnson. Mm-hmm. Chad Johnson couldn't play for Belichick or Brady for the simple fact Chad couldn't pick up the plays.
He couldn't.
He could not. And see, Belichick is a genius at halftime. Everybody says it's something about his halftime adjustments.
Right.
I mean, it's something he sees. He sees something throughout the game that he make an adjustment to. If you notice, every time they come out the second half,
it's something
totally different.
It's nothing you.
And Belichick make you figure out what he want to do.
Mm-hmm.
He don't really worry about what you do. He gonna find everything that you winning on, that you having success with, and just go away from it. Because why come back with the same plays when you're not gonna get
those halftime adjustments.
It's about the halftime adjustments, and that's what he's the best at.
Yeah.
Now I do want to say, if there's anything I give Coach Belichick credit for, is this dude in 18 consecutive years found a way to be free agency.
And
using the players that he was given and still make them productive.
Whereas
back in the day, you was able to keep the same players forever.
And you couldn't get and the reason is, to your point, how he's able to do that is and he gets rid of a Vince Wilfork who was at the top of his game and says, okay, you know what, you got to move on because your game is getting ready to decline. When you get rid of star players like that, you know that you think, oh, you should have kept him, and then replace him with another player that's right behind him that gives you the same production. You know, that's talent evaluation too. And that's he's one of the best at talent evaluations. And I guarantee you, their salary cap is not even touching the ceiling. It's not because you're using short your 1 to 4 year players.
Yeah.
You know, and you're getting the best out of your 1 to 4 year players, and you'll pay here and there, but you know you don't have a lot of high price players.
You really
on that
don't.
roster.
It's not a lot of high price players besides alignment. But you got to protect your.
You got to protect your quarterback.
That's the winner.
Mm-hmm. And so what I'm looking at is that you got New England Patriots who are a blue collar team.
Yeah.
This is nothing but blue collar.
Exactly.
No stars, nothing like that. Nothing but blue collar.
Yeah. No real excessive celebration.
No.
You know they
throw your hand, touchdown, throw the ball, keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, it's this is a blue collar team, and I think teams are starting to look at this blue collar team, and I think the Cowboys did the same thing. Let me shore up my offensive line.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let me take care of my offensive line. Make sure.
But there's
more that you got to do.
The one thing with the Cowboys and what you're not looking at, it's the coach. First of all, you gotta have a coach with the knowledge of Belichick. You can bring in as many.
We're not talking about the Cowboys right now. I'm just saying they showed up.
You the one mentioned the Cowboys.
I just said they showed up.
Like you said, well, the Cowboys, they showed up.
I just said they
so
showed up.
You open this whole discussion. So no matter what kind of line you have, if you don't have a coach, I don't care. You can have a Hall of Fame line.
Okay.
Shirley's saying move a little bit closer. I'm looking at these comments. So just scoot over just a little bit.
Let's talk about that for a second, okay?
Okay.
A year, not last year, not this past year, the year before that, he was NFL Coach of the Year. So why Jason Garrett?
Yeah,
So
and you know why they was winning? Because they was winning because Zeke was a rookie. Dak was a rookie. Nobody had no tape on.
Now they got tape. Well, I would say this right here. I would say it's more of Zeke wasn't there these 6 games, and the Cap somehow or another the Cowboys just didn't know what the heck to do without Zeke.
Hey man, but
that's coaching.
That goes back to coaching. Gronkowski, Belichick won the Super Bowl last year without him.
But you're talking about an 18-year veteran back at the helm, which is Tom Brady.
It's still coaching.
No, it's still coaching.
It is.
Look at everybody who the other guy they lost, the other receiver I can't think of right now is Amador and it's just another one. But for the simple fact, they lost these two. They lost different guys,
and they still doing it. But that's a Belichick. You cannot compare Belichick to any coach in the NFL right now. There's no comparison. So when you say it's coaching, you can't say, "Well, look at Belichick." No. Put Belichick somewhere else.
I guarantee.
Now it's
no. He would have to build a team. He had to get some smart guys in there.
He would have. I mean, yeah. I'm saying there's no comparison between Belichick and any other coach in the NFL.
Nobody get closer. Only coach you can compare Belichick to is Nick Saban, and that's in college.
But that's in college, and Nick Saban couldn't do it in the NFL.
He couldn't do it in the NFL.
No, he sure couldn't do it in the NFL. So you can't compare him to. You can say he's the Nick Saban is the Belichick of college.
Yes,
but you can't say Belichick is the Nick Saban of college.
You can't say that.
Although Belichick did have some down years in Cleveland.
I mean,
but everybody's going to have down years in Cleveland. I mean, that's par for the course.
What 2-24?
No, 3 and what's Cleveland? 3 and something in the last
3 and 45 in the last 3 years.
Yeah. Okay. I got a hypothetical. Cleveland calls you right now and say we need you to come play safety.
No.
I'm better off not playing. Even if you wasn't done.
Oh, if they wasn't, I mean, of course.
After getting out of Cleveland, you'd be done. There's no help back there.
You've been all the time. You showed them in the game up on week 6.
Yeah, you done. You out.
Yeah,
you out. Let's do this right here. Let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to bring the 4th member of the team on. She happens to get here fashionably smooth, but we'll deal with her later on some other platform.
She the new entertainment. She the entertainment person. Right?
Yeah, that's the entertainment mogul right there.
You guys are quite entertaining.
What entertainment?
We were quite entertaining. Okay, so when we come back, we're gonna bring in the entertainment mogul. This has been 411 Sports Talk Radio on 411RadioNetwork.com. We'll be right back.
What's wrong? You want her to sit right here?
No, you guys are good.
Why don't you? Why?
You got to get on. We got to hear some entertainment news.
Well, yeah,
you
that's
guys
true.
are quite entertaining.
No, you pose one question that blows this whole setup. I don't know what it is, but I know it's that one question. So you got to come over here, sister. Come on over here. Wait, no, you gotta come on. Come on.
You ain't got no choice. Come on. Don't even go there. Come on. Come on, bring it on. Bring it.
I don't know what's going on in America today.
Okay, well, bring it anyway.
You want to sit right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So y'all scoot up.
I don't know what's going on in America today.
Okay. You see what I did for you?
Yeah, I like it, man. What's up?
Just terrible.
Let me back out of your way.
I really can't change it right now. I've been working all day. I look terrible now. Like I've been,
That's like, what's
like
this?
literally like 13 hours.
You never can stand
We know.
Entertainment news.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. You good, man?
Yep. You like that though?
Yeah.
You have another mic?
Yeah, I got a fourth mic. I got.
Oh, I see it.
See it? Okay.
You got a microphone?
Huh?
You got a microphone? I see a stand.
Nah, I thought I brought it up.
Everybody here that's a whole full jacket here. Everybody got four microphones. You got 3.
I got a microphone.
I truly made it.
I know.
Man, the champion. You get over it.
Oh my god.
What's going on? Desiree,
I don't want to talk about it. You got me out here looking like all day.
Girl, stop.
Switch it up.
Looking like all day.
Like all day.
There you go. Oh, there. No. That's you. You know, she got the special.
Okay, oh yeah.
Since when? Oh my god, since when? You're bringing far too much.
You gotta hold your mic though.
No. He can use
I don't mind, I'm passionate. I sound like this.
Oh my god. I don't want you to do that. Okay, put that on now.
Okay. You said you're playing old school.
Man.
But I'm jamming,
I
right?
brought it out for like a whole 2 seconds.
Yo, the headphones.
Listening to
You ain't said nothing, though, so I'm jamming.
We have 4 headphones? I don't know. We have 4 headphones?
Yeah.
She got all right, when there's old school music, I guess, you know, Security ain't gonna allow you to play that 2018.
Give me on,
A lot of the music on.
But it's jamming, ready?
Hey, give me on with it.
Testing.
No, everybody's muted right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You don't have to say it's old school music. You
Come on,
gotta
man.
you
You don't get on a lot of music.
Oh yeah, oh
I
yeah.
don't even know what we're listening to.
Come on. Man, you gotta, I mean, what's so bad that you can just show me you got some other good music? If you show me, if you show me somebody on there, I'll be more.
So y'all realize we back, right?
Tighten this up. Do something with yourself and tighten this up.
Do something.
How does
myself.
this work?
So
Oh,
you
I
just
got
come
it.
in, you just come in talking noise. We don't need all
That's
that.
what I thought you used.
Come on, say it.
We don't need all that. You up? Who's up? Who needs to be
I
up?
think I'm number 4.
You're up. Four.
Yo, I'm number.
Testing. No, 3.
So wait, I did not get to talk about the fact that you guys all. I know you were happy that I missed that show.
I'm actually working over here. Okay.
You are. You don't want to talk about
Don't
it?
go there.
Don't take it there.
No, don't take it there.
Somebody's embarrassed.
What happened? Talk to me.
I told him which team was going to this. I told them all which teams were going to the
So
Super
your
Bowl.
predictions was right.
Always.
Oh, here we
Always,
go.
most of the
Here
time.
we go.
Always, most
right.
of the time.
Most of the time.
Here we
Some
go.
of the time and an occasion.
Okay, I thought we fired you for last week, so you don't have to come talk about this week.
No, she got every right to.
Thank you.
can't
He
do it like
gloats.
that.
He gloats. You gloat all the time. It's just about games that happened in
Folks
1922.
like
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I'm over it now.
All right.
Hold on. I got something. I'm gonna bring up a theory that she said.
When I said about Minnesota.
What she said?
Yeah.
Wait.
So to make a long.
Wait, did you cap the penalty? Did you cap the penalty?
No.
Ah, terrible.
Oh, it was a bunch of
I told you.
So this chick right here said there's no way on God's green earth that Minnesota is going to go to the Super Bowl and play in their home stadium. There's too much money involved.
Too much money
There's too
lost.
much involved. NFL gonna find some way to make
You
sure
know
Minnesota
what?
loses.
You know what? She right about that. Because and the reason why I say she
I just
right
want to hear
because
from him.
I was thinking about that too. So I got to play for Minnesota. I was like, man, go ahead and make history, man. Y'all go ahead and win. And then once you think about it, hotels won't make no money. That's the number one thing. Nobody, hotels won't make no money. Entertainment,
Nothing.
restaurants, nothing would make
nobody
money.
make money.
Because at the end of
The party promoters.
No,
Well, be the only- and there ain't no sense.
No,
But
that's
think about it.
non-tax.
If it was Minnesota and New England's not going to really bring a party promoting crowd.
Right.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
That's,
So
that's non-tax
true.
anyway.
what's non-tax?
That party money.
Well, yeah, that's non-tax.
That's non-tax.
But you're right about
the city ain't gonna
that.
make money.
that's what I said.
It have to be
That's
to the
it.
point where it makes sense, and that is right, because Minnesota is not that type of city that. Now, if the Atlanta Falcons make it next year in their hometown,
They would.
and then somebody now
Yeah,
you
it
gonna
makes money.
it's gonna make money.
Or if the Cowboys make it.
Oh,
Yeah, oh, yeah,
why
of
does it
course,
always go back to the Cowboys?
Hey, you know what? I thought it was just me.
Wait a minute. If it wasn't them,
Every 3 citizens there has to be something that Jason Garrett
Yeah.
or Zeke.
Okay, or
we could be talking about food. Or what about the Cowboys?
The Cowboys entree is a hot dog on Friday.
if the Las Vegas Raiders make it,
Oh, they have it.
yeah,
That's gonna be live. But just that team, like you
hold
said,
nothing.
Minnesota, it just that far up, you know.
Right.
And we looked at the weather this morning; it was -9.
It's still cold.
You wouldn't make any money because even car dealerships, every team, you know, if you make it there, they give you a car to drive. So dealerships won't make any money because what you gonna do? Give the Minnesota guys cars within Minnesota?
Right. You ain't got nowhere to drive.
Hotels, they rather stay at home than
Right.
staying at the hotel. So yeah, you would lose a lot of money.
So you tell me it depends on the site of the Super Bowl, depending on
course.
if the team.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God!
Well,
Let me just listen. Let me check out and just get one clue.
No.
This is
because I didn't hear you
NFL
say that
is
part.
entertainment.
I didn't hear you say
Exactly.
that part 2 weeks ago.
You're right.
I didn't hear you say that part 2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
but when he brought that up from
Makes
that
sense.
perspective, I'm like, okay, that makes
Makes
sense.
a whole lot of
So it made no sense when I said it.
No,
You just proved everyone's theory. Listen, you just proved everyone's theory. You just proved everyone's theory. You only believe it when it comes from your brother. You just proved that everyone's theory. Listen, all the women out there were always right. Listen, I just proved it.
Not always.
I
right,
just
but-
gave at least a nice argument.
She's right about the money part of it. It gotta make sense. In Minnesota type of team, it wouldn't make sense.
Because when he brought up Atlanta, I'm like, boy, that's it. There's
Yes, of
Atlanta
course.
and Atlanta will make a lot
Yes,
because
of
so many
course.
people gonna still go to the game because it's the
And
family.
everybody's coming
Right.
in.
And everybody come in.
everybody's
And everybody
coming in.
want to come in.
Yes.
It's the fact.
Everybody's gonna be in
Like
Atlanta.
Yes.
going to Minnesota is like something you just.
But
like,
that's why they always had it. That's why they always had it.
You only go to Minnesota for
in LA.
funerals.
That's why they always had it. in
Yeah.
LA.
Nobody wants to
You
have.
want to go see Prince.
Yeah, it's just like,
And he don't even stay in Minnesota.
you know,
Yeah.
damn, a family member died. I gotta go to Minnesota.
We gonna ride. We gonna ride. What's Prince home called? It's like a lair. What is it?
It's called the. I forget what it's
I
called.
forget what the
Paisley Park.
Paisley Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to Paisley Park.
That's like having. That's
Well, you
what.
know, it's an entertainment attraction.
It
I
is.
mean, they have a tour and everything.
I can't believe you.
And they not making the money.
They-
The family ain't making the money. No, he didn't have no will or nothing like that.
So who got the money? The state?
The state probably got the
God.
money. Yeah.
Nah, somebody came up.
He didn't
Somebody had
have.
to.
No, he didn't have no will at all. He had no.
Well, maybe he wanted it to go to the state. Oh yeah, because the sister was fighting to get it. I remember.
Yeah.
I didn't
He didn't want his family to
Chris
have it.
was a different guy.
Yeah, he
You
was
know,
way
everybody,
different.
you know, there was always something about him. They always say, never look into his eyes.
He was ultimately androgynous.
Hey, what other names the man say?
He was ultimately.
He had an aura about himself.
Everybody
Come
wanted
in
it.
and just glow. You know?
All right, so we talked about New England. Let's.
You talked about New England. What did you say?
He compared to some Cowboys.
No, I didn't.
Oh God, of course. Jason Garrett was coaching.
No. I said that Bill Belichick, I think, is the greatest coach
Okay, I can agree with that.
to,
I don't agree
in
often.
the NFL. But I say I still say that Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback.
I will not argue with that either.
Everybody-
Any
I
arguments?
can't argue with it. That's exactly.
He's proven.
Yeah, he is professor.
What?
Tom Brady.
Talk to you about that.
The Deflategate and Spygate
This
is
is
Oh,
yeah,
this
but
is
you
what
know what?
bothers me. This
And I was
this
just
what bothers
part
me.
of the Spygate.
Spygate and Deflategate. So my thinking is basically, okay, do you have to cheat to get an advantage over a team when you're already good?
How do you know? I don't believe that you.
Oh no. Both of those happen. Yeah, you
I plead the fifth.
yeah,
That's
I'm the
right.
one that I choose to not
both of
believe.
those
You
happen.
have to. Both of them happen.
Both of them happen. Yeah, that's
Because they were saying that.
That's hands down.
They were saying that. Philly was saying the last time they played New England,
Oh, yeah,
they
I
stole
saw
the
that.
calls.
right.
They stole our calls. When we played against them, they knew every call we was making, everything, and that's before
And that's
Spygate came out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Spygate came out against the Jets.
The Jets.
The
Oh, you know what? You were right about that. You're right. You're
Jets
right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
but I'll go back. I'll go to the Deflategate because we actually talked about this when
Yeah.
it happened. You look at the fumbles that New England had versus the NFL, the total NFL. Their fumble total was so low because those balls were you can
Were
grip the ball.
deflated.
Yeah, they were deflated. We had Preston Pearson on, and he said if they're deflated just a little bit, you can grip the ball that much harder. That prevents fumbles. But if you look at the full NFL, the fumble rate was so high based on everybody else, and New England was so low. You know,
One thing about-
then you take Wes Chandler, who played with New England. You take him from New England, take him over to Denver. His fumble ratio went up.
No, I mean,
I mean, you go from.
But my thing is, if you notice, New England always find a way to bend the rules.
Right.
It's like somebody studied the rule book, and whatever's not in the rule book, they
Right, we gonna do it
every time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that's that type of team.
But
Belichick gonna find a way, man.
He learned from Parcells.
Wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't
I'm not gonna
exactly.
say anything because you know I hate when you talk negatively about my Patriots.
I mean, the Patriots ain't a bad team. I'm not a negative person about the Patriots.
We just
I played with the Patriots a little bit, so yeah.
we just true to the game.
I understand. I understand.
They
Listen,
will,
these are diehard
they
Cowboys
will
fans,
cheat.
so.
Well, I'm not. I know
They
they
are.
used to. Yeah, the radio station don't even be the same when Cowboys lose.
I'm coming in all black. All black every time.
You know, they come in as quiet and try to call Sid and make sure he's on the watch list. Make sure he don't throw himself in front of a train or
He
something.
in here drinking and crying.
Oh yeah.
We won't talk Cowboys the whole day. We gonna leave Cowboys the whole day.
I already know.
Yeah, all right. I feel you, man.
Let's go into
Professor he be into
Oh,
it too.
wait. When the Cowboys lose, he don't even talk about
He
it.
sits in the dark room.
Yeah.
He just sits in there and prays.
Yeah.
All y'all ring that kill.
Oh man, my money's a bad.
And what's so bad is funny because it's just like, come on, it's still a team, man.
Wait, what's so bad about it? The whole city is like, the city like, money come around, man.
He gonna be there still at the club.
Yeah.
Just
That's some diehard fans, man.
it's like
You guys are here crying at the club.
Did y'all see when Minnesota beat New Orleans?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw
They said it was already popping fireworks.
No,
in New
I saw
Orleans
the club.
already.
Yeah, I saw the club. One of the clubs, and New Orleans had went down the score. It was only like 25 seconds left.
Yeah.
They was hyped. Man, Minnesota, Keenum threw that touchdown pass,
Uh-huh.
and the whole club, like one guy was like, I mean, he was sitting there just like this right here, just mad. The whole club was
I'm gonna
silent.
give you one. I was there the year that Dallas beat them when they had the winning streak, and it was like that live.
Just silent.
Just silent.
Just
So it's okay. I gave you a Dallas Cowboy reference.
just
Did you see that? Did you see how I put it in there for you?
No, I said we're not talking. You said it. I didn't. We're not talking Cowboys. We're talking Minnesota and New Orleans. But yeah, that's how the whole thing.
Yeah,
like,
it was the whole city. The whole city
city's
was
like,
just terrible.
you know.
They were like, "Who said they're gonna beat them Saints?" Just shut completely down.
Yeah.
Shut down.
Boston would be like,
is that
yeah,
when the Warriors played out here?
No, that's what.
They were in New Orleans.
They was in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Boston.
It was like the Christmas.
Boston be like,
Yeah.
I ain't gotta come in today. I understand. You're sick or something like that.
Diehard fans, man.
Yeah, but hey, looks like we got a phone call. Let me see something.
Oh God, fire the engineer.
Hey, man.
Whoever just called, hold on. I gotta do some stuff together.
We have to fire the engineer.
Boy.
He is not comfortable with multitasking, and you're holding the mic.
Man.
What kind of devil?
Okay. See, and guess what? You on there? I think. Oh, I gotta turn you up. All right, caller, you. Yeah, caller, you on the air. Maybe you're not. All right, they'll figure it out.
Boy, I tell you, man.
Can we fire the engineer?
Oh wait, wrong mic. Hold on. There we go. Okay, there we go.
And security?
All right,
Can
so
you hear me now?
yes, we
Can you
can.
hear me now?
Yes, we can. Everybody can hear you.
Hey, little mama.
Okay.
Hi, crew. How you doing?
What's happening? You finally got the whole crew in here, you gone.
Yeah. That's,
Finally.
So that's what it is.
that's what it is. Maybe everybody coming high, I'll be late. Okay, so let's deal with Philadelphia now. All right. You get the first run at this right here.
Who?
You called.
I could care less. They're not gonna win.
Well, I know that. Too. I know.
It was a fluke.
But
Because
did-
they didn't. it was
But
a
did
fluke.
anybody think Nick Foles
No.
would be in the Super Bowl?
Oh, no.
No.
And honestly, I really think that's who Belichick gonna target.
Is Nick Foles?
Nick Foles.
Oh, they gonna-
Because Carson Wentz, he was gonna be a tough guy to stop.
They gonna rattle him.
It's gonna be something towards Nick Foles because if you
Yeah.
take Nick Foles out, they can't really do anything.
Right, because they only. I mean, who do they have after Nick Foles? I'm saying not the quarterback, but I mean, what other players do they have that
Maybe
can stop?
Jay Ajayi.
maybe that's a maybe.
Maybe. I'm not saying maybe
Maybe.
because if you give him the ball and feed him, he's an explosive player if you give him the
Yeah.
opportunity.
He can, but
Other than-
Philadelphia's offense is not like that though. Philadelphia didn't build their offense around a running game.
No, it wasn't.
They
No,
built their offense
Which
around
made me
Carson
question
Wentz
why they got Ajayi in the first place.
because they
If
needed
it's going to be like that.
because they needed some type of balance, some semblance of balance that they needed. And
Well,
they,
LeGarrette Blount,
Well, but see, they don't play LeGarrette Blount or use LeGarrette Blount the way you're supposed to. I mean, they don't. I don't know why. I mean, but Philadelphia has a track record of not necessarily using running backs the way it's supposed to be. You got Darren Sproles back there, and you got him on kickoff return and stuff like that. He's like a third back.
Third down back. Yeah.
So they're
Well, no, that's why they picked up Ajayi because Darren Sproles got
Sproles, yeah, but they're still going to use Ajayi like they use Sproles, and Sproles and Ajayi are two different backs.
Okay.
You know, you can't use both of them the same way. So I agree with you. They're gonna try to make Nick Foles beat New England, and I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay. So that's your keys to the game.
Well, no, I got them written down on the paper, but
I'm just waiting on that.
okay. So let's we got some time. Let's deal with keys to the game. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So for me, for Philadelphia, keys to the game is number one, keep Brady off the field.
That's true.
And Philadelphia has a defense that can possibly do that, but unfortunately,
The
Brady knows how to open you up. The
That's
offense, but the other thing is the offense.
Have to
Can they
control
stay on
the
the
Can they
field?
stay on the field?
Can they stay on the field? And I don't think they
That's
will
what
be able to.
exactly.
So this might look like a serious defensive game. So that's the keys to the game for Philadelphia is keep Brady off the field. The keys to the game for Philadelphia for Brady is to stay on the field.
Yeah.
Get some long drives.
Yeah.
You know, get 7, 8, 9, 10-minute drives. You know, to where Philadelphia comes on the field, then it's almost like 2 or 3 minutes left in each quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So and I don't look at Philadelphia as ones that can just boom boom and we got a touchdown.
Yeah.
They don't have.
They have to drive. Yeah.
They got drive and they don't have that. They're not gonna have that time.
Okay.
Okay. Who's next?
And who's next?
That's
You
right.
know I don't know. You want me to lie and tell the truth? I don't know. All I know, I don't need the coin. The coin is going to tell
Oh, yeah,
me.
that's why you're the corner.
Listen,
She flipped the coin for what?
I used to put the coin to tell me shit.
Oh, man. And she ain't like T. Well, see who got the best looking uniform.
Listen, who has the best looking butt in those uniforms?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not. Yeah, who cares? They gonna win. He's gonna win. Oh, he's wearing light blue. This night.
Well, that black make him look slimmer.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I look at.
That's crazy. Man.
So with that being said,
Next.
I mean, I go back on what Sid said. I think that for New England to win, they got to just control the ball, and the New England defense can just, if they rout Foles, I mean, I think the game is over. I mean, you can hand the ball off so many times, but I just don't see Foles as being a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Right.
I just don't see it. Now Carson Wentz, what he did to get him there.
What I saw, yeah.
Yeah. Now, if Carson Wentz was playing, I would be more like the Philly.
Let me ask you a question.
Because Foles don't run. He don't give you a threat. And like even with Bortles last week for Jacksonville, he would run the ball sometimes. He'd take off.
Yeah.
Foles going to sit right there. He has no speed.
Pocket,
So he's a pocket quarterback. You can route that because you just got to run some schemes and games to get to him.
Let me ask you a question. What if Philadelphia comes out the way Jacksonville came out?
If they came out, I mean, you can say they can come out the same way. I think the hardest game New England played was last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That was my whole thing. I think out of Minnesota and Philly, I said they could beat both of those teams.
Uh-huh.
Jacksonville was the hardest challenge they had.
They probably would have.
Jacksonville had better secondary.
Yeah.
The corners were better. The front line. The front line was great. That was Brady's hardest challenge last week. I don't think this game will be nothing like last week.
No, I think it's going to be from start to beginning.
Yeah. And one thing about Belichick is when he wins, he's going to continue to score points. So he ain't going to let up. He'll put 5th in your back if he
When he's trying to get the record for
he's not going to stop.
But the issue is that New England in each one of the Super Bowls, it's always been close.
It's always been close, but you know what?
you gotta give them a show.
You got to give them a show, but the same thing is this: the players that they have,
Yeah,
they're the same players from last
I mean, you have to think about it too like this. You're not gonna come to the Super Bowl and play like a weak team, so you're gonna go who wants to be blown out in the Super Bowl?
The Buffalo Bills,
You're gonna get your best out of your players. The only time that I saw where a team got blew out was when the 49ers beat the San Diego Chargers. And they beat them like.
But honestly, how long is somebody gonna watch you be blown out? So that means you're gonna miss the commercials.
Well, you got 49ers in San Francisco. 49ers in San Diego. You have Chicago against New England.
Chicago against New England.
Yeah, in 85. 85.
Say it. Come
That
on,
was,
man.
that was
I told you 1920 when they were wearing cotton helmets. He knew the stats from when they were wearing cotton helmets.
Let's
Cotton
go.
and leather.
Yeah, let's go in a 5-year span, man.
no
Oh
problem.
my
Bring it
God.
back to 86.
1982.
No, 85. Okay. Buffalo and Dallas when Dallas blew out Buffalo.
That's the Emmitt Smith era, man. Come on, man. Let's move up. Leon Lett. Let's go. Let's move
All
up.
right, let me see something. Well, okay.
Do you not
He's
remember the
nostalgic.
past 5 Super Bowls?
He's nostalgic.
Okay.
Yeah.
With no, yeah.
The past 5 I was close, and the one I really remember is Cam Newton in Denver when Cam didn't want to pick up the ball.
That was still close.
Yeah, that was still.
No, I'm looking at Broncos and Seahawks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Seahawks.
When Russell
they
Wilson,
killed.
they got flipped to pieces in that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That was a blowout.
That was. It's usually he's recent. He's current.
Okay.
That's
That's what Dante wanted to hear.
About 85, see?
Man,
You making me think like, man, how old am I?
Not old enough to know.
Yeah, I'm like, what? 6?
Yes. I was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
I thought first grade.
wait.
And you were out there trying to live your Super Bowl dreams.
Wait, Dante. You talk about veteran reverence. You can have veterans on the team, right? You
Yeah.
talk about that,
Yeah,
right?
uh-huh.
You're a component of veterans on the team. Who
Okay.
teach. I'm the veteran.
But you have to know how to adjust.
Veteran.
You're on the radio station.
I'm adjusted.
I mean, if you say 85, somebody like, who played 85?
No one knows.
I have to folks like Dan from CTE.
I am so glad that someone else told you.
Dave Durst, Dave Durst, all the guys, they go.
And so if you want to go way back, let's go to 1987 or 88 when the 49ers beat the Broncos 55 to 10.
Oh, God.
That was a blowout team.
55 to 10.
That was a blowout.
Yeah.
That's
You know what they
probably
want, but you know what? And back then,
The thing about him is he can quote the history of football because he also quotes the present. You, sir, remain in the Stone Age.
I mean, it shows.
Like
It shows from
you
the
know
music.
when he
It
knows
shows-
when Spartacus was playing.
It shows from the music.
He was hailing Caesar. Oh, what is wrong with
The
you?
music shows where your mind at, man.
It's now called a stadium, not an arena.
I got today.
Okay.
Okay.
That's why I told y'all the
Since
keys
you
to
in
the game.
medieval times.
That's why I told y'all the keys to the
Yeah.
game, and can't nobody else give me the same keys.
Can't give you the same keys.
The
What you
keys to
mean?
the game. I'm telling you the keys. To the
I
game.
gave you the keys to the game.
You got me. Look, where you at?
So,
Oh, you missed it. He said Belichick coached the Baltimore Ravens in 2010 Super Bowl. Brian Billick. Wow.
I said BB coach.
And he was missing up me and Professor was wrong. And I was like, anytime
You
at
can't
school,
tell
they
him
tell
anything.
you can't tell him nothing.
I said BB coach. So BB did coach.
no, you went right to the end and like, I'm going to show y'all something.
So you proved yourself wrong.
Exactly.
Awesome.
I didn't have my glasses.
Flipping awesome. You didn't have your
So-
glasses on, and that affected your brain.
I was serving water at the time. You know.
Yeah.
You missed that one.
All right, so Lewis, give us the keys to the game.
So I'm going to predict. I'm going to predict Patriots 27, Eagles 23. I think it's going to be a closer game than what most people think. The keys to the game for Philadelphia is defensively. I feel if they get pressure from their two tackles up the middle, because Tom Brady is not a quarterback who, when you pressure him right through the middle, he's able to elude that. If you pressure through the middle and get to him, he's not that good of a quarterback when it comes to trying to get the ball out.
He's not a left or right quarterback.
Right. If you pressure
Step
up the
up in the
middle,
pocket.
you have a chance of sacking them quicker than you do from the edges. I noticed that.
I love the professor.
And
He just comes up with these harebrained
stop
ideas.
that,
He just has these little harebrained ideas. All of this could work. All of this could work only if.
Only him.
But he makes a good point, though.
Yeah.
He makes a good point. He makes a good point.
All of this could happen only if.
And for Philadelphia, I think they need to, you mentioned the word balance. I think they could throw the Patriots off a little bit if they balance the way they run the offense. 50 to the run game, 50 to the pass game, and not the 75 Foles and 25 to Blunt and Ajayi. Because like Dante said, if they take Nick Foles out of the game, it's a done deal. So I think if you throw just a little wrench to him, focus on the run just a little bit. You got thunder and lightning in the backfield. Use them. using a little bit more
But
than
you
what
know-
you've been doing.
But you know what? What that also go with, they gotta control the ball.
Exactly.
Because if you keep Brady on the field and they playing from behind, they can't run the
can't
ball.
do it.
You can't run the ball.
So
Right.
all of that plays a part. Defense is gonna have to step up and keep Brady off the field. That's the only way. That's the only way what you're saying is gonna work.
And
It's
I,
almost like you said. Go back to the Cowboys. You know,
Please, let's go back
if
to
they
the
playing
Cowboys.
from behind, they're a total different team than when they
Right.
playing up.
Yeah, you saw that.
and,
You saw that.
and I think if you I think the first 15 plays for both teams are going to tell us what's going on. I think if New England gets the ball first and goes down the field and scores on a long drive, it's going to be a long day for Philadelphia.
I don't think so. I think the key to this game as well is turnovers, and this is why. I think if the Eagles avoid what Jacksonville did the previous week, when they got turnovers, they did not cash in.
You got to
Yeah,
cash
they
in.
capitalize.
You
on
have
that.
to cash in against the Patriots. And one other thing, another key to the game for the Eagles is stay aggressive.
You
If
have
you
to.
feel like
Yeah.
you're
Right.
about to relax going to the fourth quarter
Stay
with the
aggressive.
lead,
Don't do it.
keep your foot on the pedal.
You ain't got no lead.
Don't
in
let
this
off
game.
because the minute they can
They
sniff you,
get a small.
right.
And
If they could sniff you letting off the pedal, that's for Brady to just take control and just run you over.
Steve Smith made a good point on TV today when he was talking. He said Philly will have to score on every possession.
they would have to.
He said the only way they're going to beat New England, they will have to score on every possession.
Because when you don't,
Because when you don't, they find it. I mean,
They find
even
a
if it's 3 points, they're gonna find a way to break you down.
and if you look at these playoffs have shown us that teams can come back in a minute and 25
Yeah.
seconds, or a minute and 30 seconds. They still come back.
But you know what? And what get me really up is you think what type of defense can Philly throw at Brady that he haven't seen though? I mean, that's my only thing.
None.
What can you throw
You've
at
been
him
in
out
for
of
18 years. You've seen
for
everything.
18 years? What can you throw at him that he's gonna be like? He's gonna make that much of a mistake because he's gonna
Right.
adjust. Believe me, at halftime they're gonna adjust always.
What you have to do is you have to have players that their motor is running 100 miles an hour every single
And
time.
and when do you find that?
There you don't.
Yeah, I mean, somebody gets
So-
tired. I don't care who you are. You
Basically,
get
what
tired.
I said earlier.
Okay.
If it happened.
All right. I got New England 24-21.
I got 27-23.
I got 34-21.
You
Somewhere in the
You
20s.
got 70. You got
For both
70.
teams.
70 to 10.
No, 30.
Somewhere in the 20s for both
34,
teams.
Which is, of course,
That
you're
is a
saying-
nice little area of gray.
No, Bray, you the one who came out and said this is what's going to
I
happen.
just told you that. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't have to give stats. That's not what I'm here for. I just told you who was going to win. Take the prediction and run with it.
Ooh.
All right, 29 20.
Now let's go on to the next situation.
Okay, so as she's taking over the show, let's go to a quick break, and when we come back,
Okay, going to the quick break. What kind of music we have?
Oh
there
my
you go.
God! It's gonna be something
What we
from
got?
funk,
What's
P
the
funk,
point, man?
the blues.
Listen, you even help me with the radio.
I try. He doesn't listen. No, I try, and he did it for like 2 seconds. I
You got
think.
the,
Where's security? Because I think she told him to shut it down.
No, he got,
Yeah.
no, he got DJ Lemon Pepper.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Listen.
That's some wing stop.
Listen, yeah.
them couple jamming though.
Man, that ain't jamming,
DJ
man.
Lemon
Yeah,
Pepper.
go to DJ Drum.
Oh God,
Dedication
please!
6.
Oh my goodness! I don't even think he knows what that
Let's go
is.
to Dedication 6, man. Come on, man.
He still. I'm surprised he knows how to work this. I thought you were still listening to LPs.
Oh, and they're called 45. You just want to know they called 45.
Anytime you got your trophies behind you,
You want the spelling bee in 22?
I look behind me. I saw all this gold back here.
He's a bowling
Olympic wars,
A
man.
bowling champion from
No,
55.
That's last year before last.
Last year he
2010.
was at
That's since 2017.
Bolorama.
All right. This is
What is it?
Life Jennings' brother.
Light to this, brother. Who was he?
No.
Listen, this is every show. He actually gives out the whole pool. This is like
This right here is
I told him about the
But it
music.
gotta be slow. Is it some slow music? Man, come on, it's a sports show. We don't need no slow music,
All right.
man.
He doesn't
Don't
listen to
forget-
me.
Don't
Adam.
get Dante here now.
Uh-oh. I think I got somebody to high five. I got somebody to high five. Listen,
It's a sports show, man. This ain't.
where is this
ain't-
passion when I
This
need
ain't
Professor?
Now,
Quiet Storm.
Wait, put your Quiet Storm voice on. I think the Cowboys are gonna win. Yeah, you're real. Go ahead.
Cowboys will be in the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
Oh, they made the Super Bowl every year. They made the Super Bowl every year.
I'm trying this right here. This right here is I'm doing track 16.
Oh God, Jesus Christ! You don't even know what it is. When a man loves a woman. I'm over here reading the title to this nonsense.
That ain't what I want.
Are you
Come on,
kidding me?
see, give me something.
Listen, just freestyle. Let me just hear you freestyle us into break.
Won't you Google something on YouTube and I can tell you what to play?
He can't. He would have to put it on there so that he can play it. It doesn't work like that. You want to hook your phone up? Just put it on speaker.
Man, yeah, let's go ahead and give it to him.
Just put it on speaker. Anything's got to be right. We could be listening to Obama. Well, I'm listening. Come on. You had some good music because when I first came here, I complained about the music and you played
Now,
something.
Benchmark got some.
Yeah, I'm trying to
over there. But
Listen, you, Professor,
Huh?
you don't count.
Why?
Your opinion in this matter does not count.
No.
But listen.
Okay.
All right, let it go.
Okay.
This whole show is gonna be on music I play, right?
Let it go. Because we all know the only thing I know you are those lines.
Oh man.
You want the Gap Band too.
Yeah,
No, I won't mention that moment.
What do you
I'm
want to
giving
hear?
him
Tell me who you want to hear.
No,
I wanna hear?
2018.
Who we want to hear?
2018. 2017. I'll give you 2017.
I got it.
2017.
Yeah, I'll let you go back
As
that
much as they playing Cardi B, man,
I don't want to hear Cardi. I don't want to hear Cardi B.
either. I'm just saying,
Oh my God,
you
please
gotta
don't.
have that somewhere on your track.
She doesn't. He doesn't.
You know-
I think I had a song that I told you I
You
wanted to
got the
play. That was
Migos on
Cardi
there,
B.
Bad and Bougie. I mean, that's
No,
17.
No, but I got
Listen,
it
don't give him any ideas.
on,
Professor,
I have it on.
who do you want him to play?
I have it on another.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I know what to hear because I listen to music every
Tell me,
day.
just give me one lyric. Just give me one lyric. You know, you can talk it out. You don't even have to say it. Just give me one. Why not? Sometimes you gotta get out of
Well,
your
you know what?
shell. You gotta get out of your shell sometimes.
Anytime you go through the computer this long, you don't have.
You don't have it, sir.
That's like a woman going through the phone and can't find a picture of her husband. Nah, I just had him in here. Come on.
We brought in marital bliss.
We're going to break right now. We good.
What you gonna go with?
Let's watch this.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Let's see what he got. Let's see what he got.
We're going to be chatting, all right? So we'll be back, 41 Sports Talk Radio, 41radionetwork.com. We'll be right back.
Woo, you know. Fire the engineer.
Said, this is a beat.
Listen, did you
No,
just put on techno?
it's
Did you put on house music?
Man.
Did you just put house music on?
man.
No, it's that.
Yeah, you put on house music.
Oh, man.
Watch this.
He doesn't know. You can't follow.
Yeah.
Say this house.
Man, where you get it at, man? You were in the strip club. That's your wife. That's your wife.
Put on house
Right
music.
there.
That's house music.
That's the wife on strip club. Coming to the stage, Roxanne.
Peaches. She got a lot of
Yeah, come on, let's about to keep ready to get the bills. You know what I'm saying?
They talk that fast?
They talk that. You gotta make the bills. Yeah. I said, this is, you know what, man? This is a sports show, man.
Well, I'm a musical. This is
Right, man. Nothing about the song say sports. This right here says strip club. Like this. Yeah.
Actually, this is house music.
Uptown Cabaret.
This is what
Everybody.
This is what I listen to when I go out with my Asian friends. When we try to do some white
I
talk.
mean, but why would you put that on here, man? Somebody
Yeah,
listen to
I'm saying I was trying to.
Okay, if somebody
You
was
know they can hear us up here, right?
somebody was surfing the internet
I was trying to look for it.
and they came past this show. The only thing they're gonna say, man, we don't know what kind of show this is. We will keep on going. Come on, man. We gotta roll.
Oh my gosh, your brain is like, no. I just want to bring out my glow sticks and bounce around. With a whistle. White chicks.
We'll come back and y'all can show me how to get back.
Okay, so what are you trying to do?
Okay.
No,
It's
no.
still where we at on it, but
It's house music.
now they dropped that beat and go to the slow version of Highlight Blitz. I like it. Okay. Turn it up now. Yeah, it dropped in the right time. Yeah.
What? That's really what you want me to talk about?
He said, what you got on this?
This has got to be something other than They don't want to hear about it. I was going to talk about my baby.
You discard things associated with their
I was going to talk
relationship
about
and
my
all
baby.
that. What do you think?
I was going to talk about my baby.
I would say you discard it, man. Ain't nothing going to
Give it up.
Nothing reminds me of you because I'm no longer dating you.
Call me on that.
Nothing.
They all know.
Yeah, it doesn't think about it. Thank you.
Everybody needs that shit, man.
I was trying to go with Monique topic.
Monique.
You know, she asked everybody to Monique topic. But she wants to talk about all the comedians, but I mean, what they was thinking about.
When I got my Monique said she's top 5 comedian.
That's what I just said.
Right, not top 5 comedian.
She downs every other comedian and then want to know why she's being blackballed and can't make as much money as what it's like.
Are you ready?
Be one. Shut up.
Yeah. She's not comedian.
All right, y'all ready?
She just screams and curses.
That's all she does.
Yeah.
All right. We're back. I had
Thanks.
All right, here's $1 million question.
But you want me to shut everybody down?
Here's $1 million question to Dante. Give him a grade, 0 to 10 on what he just
Oh
played.
my goodness.
The
-5.
grade?
Give me a grade.
0 to 10.
Hey, what's the degrees in Minnesota right now?
F for film.
Minus 23.
Oh,
I had a bit part in there, right?
Man.
no, it came in too late. Everybody was already checked out.
Man, come on.
Listen, you gonna get the crowd. You better get me rumping before I check out.
It's all about your start. You gotta
Yeah.
start. You gotta start it off right.
Yeah, you can finish lazy if you want.
So the start was.
That's all right.
I thought you knew that by now. Start strong, finish lazy.
That's all right. I got. Next time I watch this. Next time I watch
Start strong, finish lazy.
Bruno Mars,
Yeah,
old
great.
bad boy.
What?
ODB.
You never know what I'm gonna say.
I never do.
Why is that so?
I don't know. Go ahead. We are the.
Oh, this is for me.
This is
entertainment.
This is entertainment mobile.
This is your segment.
This is my
Yeah,
segment.
this is your segment.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you?
There you go.
How's everybody?
Hello.
How was
That's right
everyone's
here.
weekend? I missed all that. How was everyone's?
Everybody.
Mine was good. Everything was well.
I saw you across Facebook.
Who?
You've been on there liking and loving and doing all kind of stuff on
Hey,
Facebook.
hey. Professor, hey.
Hey.
He is very
Professor
active.
is romantic.
Listen, no,
He's a romantic
Listen,
guy.
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking
supporter.
about you are just super active on Facebook, but I know when I come in, you never come back and say anything.
He is supportive.
Because I have so many friends like you. When I run into your profile, I start liking stuff.
No,
Did
that's
you
not what I'm.
notice that?
Did he miss what I just
No,
said?
that's not what you just said.
Did you miss? Did the wall go up after I said one thing?
No.
I said you're active on Facebook, but then when I mention you, you don't have anything to say.
When you mention me.
You don't know to mention. Let me find out. You don't know what to mention is on Facebook.
You
Because
mentioned
Facebook is
me
like
for a
45
name
years
on
old.
Facebook.
Shots
For
fired.
a name.
Yes,
Shots fired.
said you did as
The
well.
last time I saw you mention me was about who went to the Super Bowl.
Did you say anything?
No, I didn't.
All right. And again, 2 points for women.
Why say anything?
2 points for the women out there.
Why say
I
anything?
give you that.
All right,
I
then.
just didn't have a chance to
Yeah,
respond
I
back.
sure hate to have to check you on
No,
like this.
Hey, I'll take it
When I
all
mention
day,
you,
every day.
when I mention you,
Shots
you
fired.
best come say something.
I'll best to come with it, though.
You best come say something.
Be careful what you wish for.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I ain't never been
Okay.
scared of a challenge, sir.
Okay. I'm just giving you a fair warning.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and go
Give you a
into.
nice disclaimer.
I
Be
just-
careful what you ask for.
I got you.
Okay.
I read the fine print.
Okay.
So we're gonna go into this question that I guess he running the show, so I guess I gotta talk about this. I can't be in here just doing what I want to do all the time. So
I don't
the
know.
question, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead.
Oh, all right. I'm glad. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Master Sir. So, as I was solely pressured into this question, the question goes as, when a relationship ends, do you discard things associated with that relationship? If at all? Wait a minute, what? Or do you keep it? Do you discard it or do you keep it? If you are really, truly, you spend a whole 2 months with this person and you're so in love with them,
2 months.
do you keep...
Wait.
I mean, what you want? You don't want anybody to bring men. You don't want to continue to keep those memories around unless you
Why?
can't let those memories go.
Why?
Why?
Why? Everything. I had this conversation
Okay,
with.
she brought you a shirt.
Yeah.
I'm wearing it. I'm gonna keep it, and I'm gonna wear your clothes that I
What's
took with me.
it's according to what you have.
Listen, if I take your clothes
what
away
kind of
from your
item?
house, if I take your clothes away from your house and we break up, I'm gonna wear them still
But why?
because I don't care. You are no longer. I
you
know.
be with your other man, get Tyrone Bob.
No. Why would I tell him? He wouldn't even know.
It got light.
He wouldn't even know.
It got light.
He got his name and initials inside on the tag.
He
It's Tyrone
wouldn't
Bob in his shirt right
I
here.
got it from a thrift store. It was already there. They was already in there.
What is it?
No man cares. You guys can't even tell when we color our hair differently. So you're not gonna know anything about a shirt.
I mean, some people are very deep.
I dated a guy and my hair was fuchsia, and he was like, "I hate colored hair." I was like, "I dated you. I had it for a whole month." And he's like, "For real?" I was like, "Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Are you serious?"
He wasn't looking at your hair.
He wasn't looking at the hair. Yeah, the hair was never a part of the.
We were together like 3 days a week.
It went to your
Well,
beauty. It was your booty.
yeah, that's what it was.
Oh my goodness, child.
The hair was
So
never
if that's the case, then neither will the shirt.
The shirt won't
You
fit.
just proved my point again. He's not gonna pay it. Who cares? Who cares who purchased it?
Well, some of the comments have said depends on the type of breakup. If it was a
That's
mutual,
bitter
if it
and
was
petty.
If it was a mutual breakup, then you know.
So you're saying be bitter if he broke up with you. Be bitter, throw it away. I don't want nothing this man never given me.
Well, most of these comments got
Get
bitterness
your
going on.
out there and tell these little ladies stop being so bitter and keep that shirt. It's comfortable.
One girl,
Are you serious? I'm not gonna throw away anything.
one girl said it depends on how much it costs.
The only thing I don't care if it costs 2 cents. The only thing I'm gonna throw away is him. I could care less about everything else. I'm gonna keep my whatever he purchased me. I'm gonna keep trinkets, whatever I want. I may put them away. I may put them in storage as time goes through. I may do something different with them. But I'm not gonna get rid of them because I don't care about him anymore.
It's called the pawn shop.
Oh
I
God!
ain't gonna put on no shirt.
I ain't gonna, no. We just talking about shirts. We talking about other things.
I still
You know
walk
what I mean?
around in my Tennessee basketball shorts. It's gonna be what it be. What I'm gonna give them back? I know. I'm gonna throw them away? No, they're comfortable.
Yeah, I like the shirt.
I'm just saying.
Keep the shirt.
I'm gonna wear them.
But me.
So what? Okay, so
me
that's
not
question.
petty
What
like
about
that.
if your dude know he bought you all this stuff and he with you and you constantly keep wearing that stuff and he say, man, you know what?
Buy me something else and I'll
let me
take it
buy you
off.
something and you
Yeah,
take
yeah.
it off.
I'm gonna take it off.
Okay, I got you.
I'm gonna take it off.
But-
That's a 50-50 meeting in the middle.
But this thing like, let me
But
buy
who
you something
why
now.
would you care about an inanimate object that someone else purchased for a woman just because you didn't get it? It's an inanimate object. Who cares? You have everything else that belongs to her. So why are you worried about an inanimate object that has no meaning? It's just pretty. I like the way it looks. It's cute. I want to keep it. It's comfortable.
Yeah, for me. It's
So
Go ahead. No.
I mean, say it's an inanimate.
I'm thinking of like what I'm talking about. I'm thinking of jewelry.
Okay.
shirts.
Jewelry.
Give me one item that you feel that I should get rid of, that you feel I should get rid of before I become a man's woman that another man had bought me. Because he could have been bought me my car. I'm supposed to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Nah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's crazy. You want us to get rid of things that you feel are sentimental objects.
That tattoo you got of his name.
Okay, well then, guess
Another
what?
tattoo?
I mean, hey, it's laser removal out here. Do what you gotta do.
See if we can.
Hey, I don't like that you got Tyrone on your ass. Take it off. Let's go get this off.
Every time I pull it down, I
Put a
see it.
butterfly.
Every time
Every time I hit this, I see his name.
Man, that teeth keep
Keep hitting that. Why?
Why, man?
So, I mean, I'm waiting on you guys to tell me why I should throw away something. I'm waiting.
Well, let's go for a man too.
I mean, anybody.
I ain't-
Anybody. Do you think I care if she bought you those underwear? They look good on you when I see you walk by.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slap you on your behind,
I'll say-
regardless.
I'll
Keisha
say-
can buy and buy. I don't care.
You didn't care when you met me.
I didn't think you had on Keisha drawers then. What's the difference?
my God.
So what about if y'all made a sex tape?
That's different.
Oh, that's
That's
thrown
different.
away.
You put that in the vault and just never look at it until he messes up.
Boy, that's grinding.
Oh.
Never look at it. We're not talking about marriage. We're talking about dating.
Oh,
At the end of the day, when I am dating you, I am open to any situation. I am not your wife. You have not put a ring on it. You have not promised me anything.
What about
which
the
means
ring?
I am still open to date other people, which means I'm not going to get rid of anything.
What about the ring?
What about it?
It's an engagement ring. Y'all decided to cut it
Then
off.
I'm going to cut everything off. I have no reason for that because at that particular point, I decided to give him my everything, which means none of those things even appeal to me anymore.
But the moment y'all cut off after the engagement, do you give him back the engagement ring?
That depends on if he asks for it. If he wants it back, I'll give it back. If he doesn't, I won't say a word. Why would I?
Okay, well, would you keep the engagement ring?
Did you just not hear what I said?
What would you do with it?
What do you mean? If it's pretty, I'm gonna wear it all day because I got engaged to the wrong man. The wrong hand on the wrong man. It's gonna be okay.
Give it to the other person. Use the engagement.
Use this ring right
No,
here.
I'm gonna wear it, and when he chooses to, we get that far, then I'm gonna take his and maybe give it to my niece. Who knows? Who knows? At the end of the day, if he asks for it back and you want it back, take it back. I'm not gonna be bitter. I'm not gonna be angry. But if you don't, why would I offer it? Who would offer it? I'm waiting on people to tell me, oh yes, oh my God, if someone offered me $5,000, I'd be like, no, that's okay.
Here's the 5,000 back. Damn that.
Yeah, no. At the end of the day, you keep what it is what it is. You keep it.
You're
What's
lost.
the difference?
You're lost. Let me give some shout outs to Gwen Gibson. What's going on?
I was gonna say
what's
that.
going on? We got a couple of Marla Swan. What's going on? Let's see something here. Sequita, what's happening? Let's see. Byron, what's happening? Gwen, oh, that's you.
Oh my Jesus Christ! Did you look at just really?
Eric Anderson, what's happening? Val Bibi, what's going on? I just had to give us some shout outs to people that's been on.
I truly can't stand your soul right now.
I know.
I got stalkers on my page
I
too.
know.
Ooh, okay, my whole. That nigga rewind.
Okay. So the verdict is don't give anything back.
That's my verdict. I haven't heard much from you guys. I think that's free for the women.
Professor, I'm on you.
I'm on Professor.
There's no.
Here's my take.
Okay.
Here's my take.
You were just ready to just slide on out of here.
No.
You sit back
You
there
know how I
just go ahead and end the entertainment section. I don't have to say anything.
I just let y'all talk. No, seriously.
Okay, I'm listening.
On the strength, I think it depends on the individual. And the reason I say that is because there are some women to where if there's anything from a leftover relationship that reminds them of how it ended, they don't have nothing to do with it.
Most of the time, if you have trinkets, it's not from when it ended, because y'all wouldn't give each other nothing.
But it depends.
It's in the middle.
It depends on the individual. You, your own individual.
If that trinket
you're a different
reminds you of that
species.
person.
Who cares?
But see, you're a different
That's what he's
species.
No, I've been in love.
I understand, but you're still a different species.
And how does that? What does it tell me?
You're saying basically, I'll keep it. Hey, it's nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong.
Not all women can say that.
Now, I'm not gonna keep his underwear, just like you better not keep her panties. But
Yeah.
But when it comes to that's another
So
situation.
what about if you want to keep up in?
But if he, then he,
You know what I'm saying?
then he needs to go back to what's been in them panties
So
and leave me
what
alone.
about he put him
But
in the
those
vault
are
and
intimate
then
things.
you put him in the vault and
Okay, I can
then
take
you
that.
mess up, he
I
can
can
pull
take
him out and look at him.
I can take that.
Might want to sniff on him,
I can
put it
take
back. So
I can take that. You just hit me. You're right. Okay, so I should get rid of the videos. You should get rid of the things.
Exactly.
But if neither one of us does it, it's okay if we don't go back.
Yeah, just hide.
We just hide it.
What if you take the
But that's life.
What if you
That's
take
relationships.
Take
Yeah.
pants and give me you say they
Listen, I'm gonna know new panties over used
they
panties.
adore me.
Well, he might take him to the cleaners.
Right.
Now you know used panties over new panties. Yeah, I better see some tickets on those panties. They better have a nice little BS right
Well,
there.
he might not want to put. He gonna let you know how much he paid for.
Oh, he don't have to keep the price on it to keep the. If you get the panties from the right place, it has two tags.
But you know what about
the price tag and the other tag.
But what about he don't want you to see? They can be used. He just don't want you to see.
Listen, why are y'all talking about a man? Me and women use drawers.
I'm just saying.
Me and get what we do. Give y'all. We will give you our boyfriend shirts and tell us.
So will.
Oh yeah.
That's our brother. That's my brother's shirt.
Yeah, put that on.
You look good
No,
now.
yeah, right. That's my brother's shirt.
Have UT Arlington on.
Right.
So I mean, at the end of the day,
I thought he went to Grambling.
Yeah.
I think this just rolled into
That's
the fact that we
raspberry.
all keep secrets. It is what it is. So you're not gonna know who keeps what and for what. I just don't think that. I don't think that you can wash out every situation. I just got through talking to.
Really, it's pathetic. It's for you to be worried.
Cared about.
Yeah.
I was just talking to the bench warmer about marks that relationships leave on women. We were talking about this not too long ago, and I told him in this conversation that you want us to forget things.
Okay.
You know, stop holding on to that. Stop thinking about this. Stop doing that. And the thing about it is as we grow, there are going to be things that mark us mortally, just mortal wounds.
Right.
And they're going to be a part of us no matter how long. They can heal. Some of them heal and some of them stay open forever. But you cannot tell somebody if they have a major mark in their life to just forget it. Because no matter what they throw away, it's going to be a part of their life and how they respond to things.
I understand about that, but it is a such thing as forgive and forget. Try to.
I agree, but everything you go through in life leaves a mark on you. If it's major,
you learn from every situation.
Yeah, but no, I don't even mean that. You may learn to walk a different way or move a different way because this injured you the way that it did. It doesn't necessarily have to be negative. See, that's where people go wrong. It doesn't have to be negative. It could be a positive change. It could have caused a positive change.
For the better. You're right.
It could be either way.
Yeah.
But at that particular point, it's going to affect you, and some things you're just not going to forget.
Right.
No matter what you throw away, no matter what you keep, that person marked you to a point to where you're just going to be different.
Yeah, and you understand a lot more. You learn from every mistake or positive, whatever
it is. It may be, and it may be a good thing because it may allow you to move a different way and be, or it may allow you to put up a wall. Either way, it's going to mark you. And depending on who you are, you're going to take that and you're going to run with it the way you run with it. So discarding anything that causes any type of emotional connection to somebody that you were truly, like that you got to throw their stuff away, like, oh my God, I don't want to see that. That person has already left that mark on you. It's nothing that's going to remind you more of them than them.
Yeah.
So you drop So you drop all the Facebook pictures that you
No, I keep all my Facebook pictures. I just waited about 2 years, started dating somebody else, and nobody even saw those.
Yeah, because they will go down.
You know how many pictures I get? I got about 15,000 pictures. Who cares? Yeah. You have to be a true stalker to see some of my exes. Like true stalker.
Wow.
They're way back there. Way.
I saw that picture you took in 1909.
Yeah. Who's that in 2520 at the Bowl-A-Rama? 1925. Boy, get out of my inbox. With that nonsense.
All right, what you got? You got some Monique news.
No, I don't have any Monique news. That wasn't it? I gotta keep talking?
Yeah, the Monique.
I thought that was very riveting.
That's very riveting.
I could have kept going.
Well, I want to hear about Monique.
Is that why you cut me off?
And it's Netflix.
Is that why you cut me off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We can talk about that though. So no, listen. I believe the cost was it like $500,000. Yes. She was offered a role on Netflix for $500,000. Then she turned it down because it wasn't enough money. Then she went and told black people, please boycott Netflix,
right.
Because they're blackballing her. Now she is, as we were talking earlier,
is that Colin Kaepernick?
noted big mouth.
Right.
That's what I call her. She's a noted big mouth.
Yeah.
Her comedy is big mouth.
Yeah.
Her antics are big mouth.
True.
She just goes on and on. So it's like she's knocked down some of the major female comedians and said that they're not as good as she is and how are they getting paid? Have you Wanda Sykes? She
let them make their money, man.
Yes.
Exactly.
Why do you have to knock down somebody else?
That's true. To make you hot.
To make yourself feel good.
That's something within.
First of all, I want her to get out the microwave ponytails. Ladies, can somebody send us some bundles? Ladies, I sell bundles. I'll work you out, I promise.
And the bad part about it is comedians come out and say, "No, you can boycott Netflix. I ain't boycotting Jack." This people coming out and say, "No, that's on you."
Yeah, that's because she's ridiculous.
I mean, yeah.
She's trying to be Colin Kaepernick.
Ridiculous, man.
Listen, we're not going to talk about Colin Kaepernick. Why is everything going?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, though.
That's a whole different situation.
No. But she's already.
Everything is about Colin Kaepernick and Jason Garrett.
She was offered money, right? She was offered $500,000, right? She turned it down.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then after she turned it down, she said boycott.
Yes. No, she said boycott because she felt as though she was being treated unfairly or being lowballed.
Name me something that she have done lately.
Exactly. So who?
Name me something that she's done that was good.
Yeah.
In unison that way? Come on, babe. Take that $500,000 and go pay your rent. Shut up.
Do what you gotta do.
Go take it and pay your rent. And at the end of the day, the only thing that you have ever, first and foremost, Whoopi Goldberg won 10 times. She was voted, she has like 6 Grammys.
Okay.
She was voted one of the best. At the end of the day, if you're looking award-wise, the only thing you won that little award for was for Precious. Okay, great. Yeah. So you won that, and you feel that at that point that put you in a pinnacle in your career, even though you're just a loudmouth. You played the same person you really are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Just a ghetto girl. You know what I mean?
You're just being who you are.
I mean, you just played a ghetto girl, and it just so happened that it was riveting. And people wanted to watch it, and so I get that. But you cannot compare yourself to people who are out there who are winning awards for being what they've been doing.
And
I'm talking about winning.
several different roles.
I'm talking about Whoopi is winning.
Yeah.
She started out as a comedian. You cannot knock her.
And you
Exactly.
can't even compare yourself.
That's like Steve Harvey and Richard Pryor. Boy, sit down. You're never gonna be Richard Pryor. That's Richard Pryor. Are you kidding me? Take your wig off and stop trying to be Richard Pryor. We already know that's what you put your hair on for.
He did. He went bald.
He had his little beard and his afro like Richard Pryor, and that brought him out because he had a resemblance. He was smart. He had a resemblance to Richard Pryor, so he used that and he wrote on that. And he's funny. He's not a relationship guru at all. I don't know what he got.
I don't know what he
Think like
got.
a man. I don't know.
He took that book from somebody else.
They did.
He took that book from somebody else.
So granted,
Yeah.
he wrote the frame. He was smart.
Yeah.
But what Monique is doing is she's trying to knock. She's like crabs in a bucket. That's what she's trying to
Pull
do.
everybody else down.
She's trying to pull everybody else down so that she can get on top.
But
So
you know what? How can she not see that though?
because people with their own agenda rarely see anybody else's.
And I don't think she has anybody around her to even tell her to shut up.
No, she's not listening.
Yeah,
Have you heard her
right.
talk? She's probably one of those people that never listens.
Right.
Her husband is probably sitting there meek as hell. Will you please shut up, Monique? No.
What the hell are you talking about?
I can't give you this money. Blah blah blah. Beep beep beep.
And I'm like, Dr. Phil. Now, how's that got to you? What has that done for you lately?
So it's a lot of people that they don't take her seriously. They've made every kind of joke about her. They get first of all the microwave ponytail.
That's it. Yeah.
I can't get over it. As a hairstylist, the microwave ponytail drives me crazy. It's just too many things you can do to that. Just let it go. But the funny thing is she comes out as a black comedian. Mm-hmm. You notice the air quotes. Mm-hmm. And she comes out as a black comedian and she does all the things that she does with these same people, the Samores that she came out with. Right. Samore is a comedian, but you never hear her not, and she's one hell of a comedian.
Samore is more fun. Yes.
Yes, all get out. Yeah. But you never see her knock anybody else to get wherever she's getting, and she hasn't gotten anywhere.
But you haven't really seen a lot of comedians knock another
But
comedian.
they don't knock it. Well,
I don't know, because Cat Williams and Steve Harvey. He went out to Steve Harvey too.
Okay.
Yeah, Cat Williams a fool.
Yeah,
he's a fool. I think he just had far too much perm in his scalp. He just let that see through. And it just didn't work out for he getting beat up by 16-year-old.
He got that bail bond.
Cat Williams say no matter how much money he make, he gonna always be a crackhead. It don't matter how much money I'm gonna be a crackhead. Now I'm just a millionaire crackhead with teeth.
He'll sit 5 minutes on stage and sweat the whole thing out.
But he's hilarious.
He's funny though.
He's hilarious.
He is funny.
Can't say the truth.
He's hilarious, but at the end of the day, he's just a crackhead.
Yeah, because he'll get that money from one box off to the other box.
Yeah, just trying to get what he needs to get to get out.
Get that hit.
So I can't back her simply because of the things that she said and quoted that were just ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't boycott first and foremost. I mean, it's Netflix. Come on. I can watch every cheesy horror movie I ever want to watch on Netflix for $9.99 a month. I don't care about that.
Netflix and chill is the popular thing these days.
It's Fire Stick. Fire Stick. Oh, I can't say
Fire
I can't say that other word.
Yeah.
But it's Fire Stick.
Yeah, okay. Well,
unless you're too cheap to get internet, then you try to run it off your phone and it doesn't count. It's taking forever to load. You're like, this date is over. This movie tried to load like 5 times. I don't have time for this.
Slow motion, stop,
and it stops every once in a while.
Dude, it's $50 for internet. So,
That's after you go from McDonald's to get that cheeseburger, talking about this gourmet.
That's what you do. I've seen one of you. I heard about your dates.
So what is his date?
His dates is a Big Mac and barefoot. Barefoot Chardonnay.
No.
We've already went over this.
Come on, man.
We already went over the steak.
He give him barefoot. What the steaks out of the menu? Let's not talk about that.
We already went over that.
Let's not talk about that.
Barefoot.
Listen. When you told me this conversation, I had a quote that I wanted to say, but I thought it was far too vulgar for the station.
Go for it.
I'm not gonna say it. Because security gonna call you tomorrow and be like, why did you just let Desiree run rampant? Why did you just let her run rampant?
We have
security.
We have
come get this one.
we know you, so who?
No, that's okay.
Okay, good. I ain't had the FCC calling me.
Thank you. FCC monitor, stop it.
FCC regulated.
As many F-bombs as I dropped the first show, I had to be true. Listen, y'all, I had to be tamed. They had to roll me right in. They were like, listen, girl,
No,
you're funny. You're kind of cute, but you got to leave that F word in your pocket.
You should see Lewis's whole expression.
Oh man.
So you just got to get
Wasn't I a
back.
little firecracker? I was a little firecracker. Ooh. I'm just saying. Professor, what was your first thought?
Oh my God.
That's what
That's
it
all
was.
I can say.
That's all you can say?
When I first met you,
Yeah.
I'm like, woo, where'd she come from?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord Jesus. I got to stop making that
But
type of impression.
my expression was like, I wasn't expecting this.
I know, because I was over here dropping the F-bomb and you had a picture of Jesus on your screensaver. I was like, uh-oh.
Grab phone.
I was like, oh, Lord.
Jesus, take the wheel.
He watching me. He watching me. But what's the point of having him in your head? It's not like he can hear you.
I said, I'm gonna fit in with this girl somehow, some way.
You did.
But
You ain't got more lines in your head.
Some people
I like
feel
that.
you out a little bit,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I'm way too humble for her. For one, I know that.
You think
'cause
you're too humble for me?
Oh yeah.
I just think you're just very knowledgeable.
Well, I'm talking about in terms of personality.
You think so?
In terms of
Why do you think I'm not humble? You say this on a regular basis.
I said me, way too humble.
Did you hear me put my lips? It was about to be on and popping.
I know.
Take out the earring.
I was about to go.
Let's say-
I was about to go your on dog.
Let's say you're a little bit more outspoken than me. Just put it like
A
that.
little bit more?
I'm just passionate about what I'm passionate about, and you're passionate about what you're passionate about, because when you start to talk about
I'll
football,
say
there
this.
is no stopping.
I said you're aggressive. I'm passive.
You think so? In
Okay.
some topics. When we start to talk about football, it's in you. So you cannot say that to me. It's just about what you're passionate about.
When we start talking about relationships, okay.
Because you already know I'm gonna flip out, because I'm crazy.
Y'all gonna
I'm
look
cute,
at
but I'm cute, but psycho, but cute.
Lewis,
Like, y'all know already. Y'all saw my relationships. I'm about to flip out. I'm slashing tires in my brain already.
You in a relationship?
I'm just playing. No, I'm recently single.
Lewis be like, let me text my wife.
That's funny to you?
No,
I need to wait a minute. That was one hell of a chuckle. That was one hell of a chuckle.
and one thing about her
How
that
would
she will be real quiet about.
What's that,
And that's
Because my relationship is my relationship.
She won't say nothing.
My
about it.
relationship is my
So why you
relationship.
lying about it?
It's secret.
How much
What,
stuff have
what?
you kept of his?
Huh?
Yeah, how much?
Everything that I ever, like you heard me say, I'm still walking around in my Tennessee shorts.
She's real quiet about her.
So why you real quiet about yours?
Because, what do you mean? They choose to talk about their relationships. I don't talk
So
about
you just
it.
don't talk about it?
No.
Okay. Right.
I'm quiet. Hey, first and foremost, if you're not a permanent figure in my life, i.e. my husband, you have no permanent conversation, which means these right here will be taped, recorded, or whatever. You're not a permanent figure. I have no reason to mention you. Plus,
Okay, that's fair
I'm
enough.
plus,
That's fair enough.
Plus,
leave.
plus,
I totally believe that something should be left between you and that person. So I tend to be very attentive and quiet when it comes to my man. I don't talk to my friends about him because they're only going to go by whatever you choose. If you talk negative, they're going to feel negative. If you talk positive, they're going to feel positive until you start talking negative. So I tend to keep everything quiet. And however it happens, it happens.
Martez says crazy and deranged.
No, Martez. Cute, but psycho. But cute. But here's where I like you guys go with all that. Listen, I like to consider myself, because there's two types of crazies. There's crazy, and then there's magical crazy.
Oh.
And you got that,
Magical crazy.
you got that magical crazy, and that girl can come in, she can rub your back, she can cook you dinner, she can do all the things, wait on you, but I swear to God, she just did, oh my gosh.
She is the black
She will
cherry.
throw your, she will be your piece and your headache all in one go. That's magically crazy.
Your peace and your headache all in one.
All in one go.
So which one are you?
I hate you, but I love
I'm
you.
magically crazy.
I
I can be the, I can be.
You said exactly how.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't lie. Listen, the way they, listen. The thing about it is, I never lie. I never lie. I tell. Listen, I tell Benchwarmer I am on a regular basis, and I'm like, listen, because I'm very attentive. Words of affirmation. I'm going to support you in whatever you need. I'm going to give you all the things that you need. I'm going to cook for you. I'm going to clean for you. I'm going to rub you back. I'm going to do all those things, but
I'm gonna hate you while you're doing it.
I'm going to hate you while I'm doing it, depending on what you're doing.
But
Where
don't
you
stop.
from?
But don't stop.
Dallas.
You from
Sometimes.
Dallas?
She went to South Oak Cliff High School.
Oh my God, no! I have stalkers. I have stalkers. They do not. My name is Desiree Hill. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. You guys do not know it or hear it. Beep. You didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything they said. But
she's from Timbuktu.
So with that being said, I do those things. You know, I'm gonna do the things that.
But you gonna hate doing it.
No, it's not that. No, I love doing it.
No. You would hate her.
He hates me.
But you would not want her to stop doing it.
You don't want me to stop. No, it's not that you hate me for doing it. It's just that when you scar me, if I choose to stay, and this is where I go wrong.
Okay.
This is where I go wrong. I'm going to do all of those things for you, but if you scar me and I choose to stay, even though that's my choice, I tend to be emotionally unstable. So it'll be like I'm in and out of it because I really don't know what you're capable of, but I know that I should be like, okay, I chose to stay with it and let him leave. He either ain't going to let him cheat in peace or you're going to leave. Either way it goes, whatever you choose to do in that situation, it's your choice. So when you stay into a relationship, knowing that you're emotionally hurt, knowing that this person hurt you, and it may be a hurt that you just can't really get over, you need to leave. Because it's worse because this person is dealing with you because they feel that you forgave them and you're ready to move on in another situation. But you're not. So you give them hell. So you give them all the things they love about you, and then you emotionally give them hell because you're in and out. So I don't lie and say that I'm perfect by any means, but I do know my faults. So.
Oh, okay. So you do have faults.
Yeah. Oh God, did you think I said I didn't?
No, man.
Do you see what I look like?
I'm just sitting
like
here.
Listen.
That's all I'm doing.
All of us.
I can listen to you long enough, and I promise I'll put it together.
All of us have faults. I probably have more faults than I know. Most of us do. Most of us don't even know we are as effed up as we are. Most of us think it's okay because we're narcissists. But moving on from that.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
So, but I mean, no, we all have some narcissism in us where we don't see our viewpoint as being wrong, and somebody's behind us thinking, "What's wrong with this fool? You got to know that that's not right." You know. So I of course, there's probably things out there that I've yet to put my finger on and say, "Okay, this is me too." Oh God, I got this going on with me too. You know, so it's like I figure it out, work on it, and keep on going to the next situation. I can only be the best me. Every year I strive to be the best, a better person than I was the year before. So that means those mistakes that I made, I learned from them. So hopefully I learned from them.
So in your relationship, when you was in your relationship, did your guy let you know your mistakes?
Yes, we talked very candidly about how we felt. I'm very open.
So you're working on your mistakes?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Really, sure.
All
Yes.
right. Having said that, we have to move on.
I bet we do. I just bet we do. What are we talking about? Cowboys?
No.
You gonna put them in the Super Bowl one way or another?
No. I want to talk about.
I'm not really sure how they're gonna do it, but I think Jason Garrett's gonna come out and coach the second half.
Wait, you know what I'm
He's gonna give it a new name.
No, but we talk about the Hall of Fame finalists.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Dante, this is near and dear close to your heart. Tony Vaselli.
Okay.
He is a finalist. Isaac Bruce, Brian Dawkins, Alan Fashina, Steve Hutchinson, Joe Jacoby, Adrian James, Ty Law, Ray Lewis.
So you're just not gonna give any of the teams that they played for?
I know the play.
What about those people who don't?
Okay, Tony Vaselli with
You
the
gotta give it to them whole.
Isaac Bruce with the Los Angeles
Thank you.
Rams. Brian Dawkins with the Philadelphia Eagles. Guard Alan Fashina with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steve Hutchinson with the Seattle Seahawks. Joe Jacoby with the Washington Redskins. He was actually part of the Hogs.
Okay.
He started in '81. So
Adrian James, Adrian James with the Colts. Ty Law with the New England Patriots. Ray Lewis with the Baltimore Ravens. John Lynch.
I thought Ray was already in there.
Ray Lewis stabbed somebody. You know what was that? A stab shot?
Yeah.
When he used to kick it down there with BB.
Yeah.
When he was a gangster.
Yes,
That messed him up. He had to wait a couple years.
John Lynch with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Kevin Maui with the Seattle.
I just want to hear Randy Moss talk.
Okay, we'll do that.
I don't know how he became a commentator. That's like the most.
He went up on that. Look here, guys, man. He did the same thing.
Oh my God, he's hilarious.
Randy Moss, Terrell Owens.
Terrell's going to cry if he doesn't get it.
If he don't cry, I want to
cry. Yeah,
I don't know why they never want to hold a black man down.
Hey, have you seen that girl coming out trying to sue her? She's trying to sue him for $112 million.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this was back when I was there. He got this stripper pregnant.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
black girl.
Oh, yeah, she's going to get
Yeah,
paid.
she's trying to get.
Who you talking about?
Brown her.
Brown like her.
Trying to
She
sue him
gonna
for
get
everything.
And then Emerson Walls.
Yeah, well, that'll learn you. Put it up and pull it out.
He might could pull it out.
How to do it?
I got stuck.
Might fill up in there.
Held on. Didn't want to pull out.
Yeah, he didn't want to pull out. But I'll take this.
I'll be all right. I'm going to take this
Oh,
L.
I'm at security somewhere listening to the show, thinking to herself, Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus.
She's on the plane. We can go off
I
now.
got a good question for you. Is abortion murder? Ladies?
Ooh.
That's murder.
Is pulling out murder?
No.
No, it ain't murder.
That's my dirty-
Pull it out. That's
That's my dirty joke for the day.
Premeditated murder.
Oh, hell no.
I can't hear this. You don't even get
So
started.
yeah. That's my dirty joke for the day. Moving on.
I'm giving up.
Professor ain't giving it.
I gotta give you a little bit of me.
I ain't saying
I gotta give you a little bit of me.
I ain't giving them no fetus with you today.
Yeah. Just asking.
So of these
For a
players.
friend.
Oh, okay. So
Somebody contemplating. What is it?
Oh, they pulling out.
You boy, go back to the thing.
Okay, so of these players that you play with them.
Yeah, pull out game ain't strong. You still close.
I think I just got a limit.
I think a little bit just right.
Oh my God, man. Y'all are terrible.
Oh,
Y'all
man.
doing so bad.
When they say,
And then
when they say oops, it's a problem. Oops. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
No, this is the question. You on Paw Patrol, right?
Right.
Oh God, what
That's
did you do?
the worst
Wait.
What did you do? So men know not to even ask
And that's
that
after.
now. Yeah.
People they got the morning after pill and all that stuff, so everything can be prevented now.
Yeah, if you say something.
If you
If
say
you say
something.
She thinking she all good till 3
Yeah.
months later she look like she getting her breast dragged across
Yeah.
red oasis. What in the world? Oh my God.
Why am I throwing up in the morning? Sorry.
Yeah.
The morning after.
So with that being said, back to the Hall of
Anyway.
Famers.
All of them probably had these problems.
Especially to
Okay, so some of these players, like you played with Ty Law, didn't you?
Nah, Tyler, he was with. I wasn't with him.
No, you played in this era though.
Yeah, we played with Erlacher. I played against Ledge. I played against Ray Lewis. I played against Andrew James, Brian Dawkins, Isaac Bruce,
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss. Yeah.
Yeah, who was one of the tough?
You heard Randy Moss talk live like that? Did you say anything to him?
Sure, guys.
You should pull them to the side. So say,
You
man.
said who was the best?
Who was one of these that you played against a lot of these players?
Yeah.
Who was one of the ones that you really? It's like, okay, he's gonna give us some problems. I know Randy Moss would
Of
be
course,
one.
Randy Moss.
Yeah.
T.O. Randy Moss, T.O. Isaac Bruce was, he was a different type of receiver. He didn't talk much. He just did his
He
job.
just did his job,
He did his
yeah.
job, man.
What about Adrian James?
He was quiet. A lot of them guys weren't big boastful guys besides T.O.
I'm saying just on the field doing their job.
Edwin James, yeah, he ran hard. He was with pretty much like LaDainian.
Yeah, I thought his best years was in Indianapolis.
Yeah, it was his best year. When he went to Arizona, he was on decline. Seattle, he was on decline.
And then Ray Lewis.
Yeah, he's
You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah, he just motivated.
But he backed
He's a motivator, man. He back it up. He'll motivate.
But he backed his up.
Yeah, if you want to listen to him.
Who wants to listen to him? He's in Uncle Tom. Moving on.
Oh my
You gonna
How
listen
you
to
gonna say that?
Kaepernick.
Oh, she.
And I'll stick to my
She
guns.
just didn't like the fact that he got away with murder.
Nah, I don't care. If Black man get away with murder, I'm winning. You win. Black man get away with murder all the time. It is what it is.
So let's go hang out with OJ real quick.
Hey, if he got away with it,
OJ didn't murder anybody, man.
I think they just targeted OJ. They said,
Yeah.
"Listen, I'm gonna teach you to keep sleeping with my white bunnies, messing with this driven snow.
We gonna find a way.
You little niglet."
All right, so I'll have to give you some stories. One of my stories with
Oh God.
you know where I'm going, right?
Probably somewhere old. I don't
What's
know.
that?
Harrison Walls.
Who was Everson Walls, man?
Cuddy. Well,
He
you know, he played. Yeah.
Everson
He played with the
Walls.
Cowboys?
I think I met him. Yeah.
Everson Walls is.
You didn't play for the Cowboys?
Cowboys? Because I thought that's the only people he ever allowed to talk. It's the Cowboys.
Oh,
I didn't
they
even think he even befriended people that didn't play for the Cowboys. Like I thought all the athletes that he wanted to know need to have at least 1 foot on the Cowboys stadium. On that Cowboy. They don't even have to play. They can just touch the star with their foot and run back to the bench.
He was called by the Cowboys.
Oh, okay. And that's the only reason why you dealing with him?
That's the only reason why.
That's your FYI. I just let you know the type of person you were dealing with.
No, but Everson Walls gave his kidney to Ron Springs.
Oh yeah,
I remember that. Yeah. He's gonna get in the hall for sure.
I think that would. But even though,
you gotta give a kidney to get in the hall.
No. Well,
that's a
that's just
something.
Kindness. But something he did people don't know.
That man said he had to give a kidney to get in the hall.
Something he did that people don't realize is that he in his rookie season he caught 11 interceptions. That has not been done in 36 years.
In 1 year.
In 1 year.
In 1 year. 11 interceptions in 1 year.
God.
He's the only player in NFL history to go. Well, him and Ed Reed had
Ed Reed got real close.
Yeah, him and Ed Reed won the interception thing 3 years in a row.
Okay.
Everson Walls won his rookie year, and he was actually a walk-on for the Cowboys.
Wow, how you walk on?
No, he was not drafted. He was not drafted.
Undrafted. Walk-on free agent.
Yeah, he was a walk-on free agent. He was not drafted at all.
So it's not a walk-on. He just was undrafted.
He was undrafted. Yeah. Well, that's
not a walk-on.
Okay.
You can't walk. I'm serious.
In college, just walk on.
College, just walk on.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was undrafted.
Okay.
And the Cowboys invited him to camp, and he started his rookie season. Actually, he started the 5th game of his rookie season.
Tough player.
The 5th game of his rookie season. He still caught 11
picks.
11 picks that year.
God.
He's the only player I think in NFL history that has ever
when they were throwing the ball at him, they probably said, this dude
they figured he was
he was killing every time.
But you know what he ran in the 40?
What run?
4.7.
Oh, that's slow.
It was slow, but he knew how to play the receiver.
What year was this?
This was 81.
Oh yeah, that's
right. But he knew how to play the receiver.
You should have done it.
Yeah, everybody now bigger, faster, stronger.
Yeah.
No.
He would have survived.
No, you had fast receivers then.
Who?
You had some fast
4-3s wasn't even thought about years ago.
No, it's 4. They were running 4-4s.
4-4s, but I'm saying, but nowadays with the 4-2s and 4-1, there's no way.
But the difference with him is he knew how to play the receiver,
Mm-hmm.
and because he knew how to play the receiver, he knew how to play the ball.
Okay.
But I mean, you catch an interception. You for 3 years in a row, you're the interception leader for that. As a rookie, second and third, you're the interception leader.
Wow.
That's
amazing.
And he played 14 years in the NFL. So
Then he closed his career with the Giants.
no, Cleveland.
Cleveland. Okay.
Yeah. Listen who his coaches were. You got Tom Landry.
Right.
Okay. He played with Bill
Parcells.
Parcells.
Mm-hmm.
He played with Bill Belichick.
Right.
Yeah.
He actually played with Bill Belichick in
Cleveland.
at the Giants and Cleveland.
Okay, that's right.
Bill Belichick was his defensive coordinator with the Giants. And then he went over to Cleveland and brought Everson Walls over to Cleveland. And he had a little stint with Jimmy Johnson.
Okay. He had some great coaches.
Yeah, he played around some great coaches and the great Ed Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Robinson.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah, and he's from Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Berkeley.
Mm-hmm. And his son named Sean Springs.
Sean
I'm sorry. The one he gave his kidney to, right? Ron Springs.
Yeah, Ron Springs.
Sean Springs. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So I mentioned that to say I think I've met him before. He's a really good guy. Really cool, real laid back.
I think I've met him before too. I just can't think of his face.
Real laid back. We sit down and play some golf. Actually, I asked him to get on the board for the paper. That's the other reason why I bring him up to because he's part of the board for the paper.
Okay.
And he'll sit back and just kind of talk to you like it ain't nobody's business. Just up straight up and everything.
Okay.
And we've gone to play some golf, and he don't really play golf. He'll just give his money to it, just sit back and just watch everybody.
Okay.
So
that's good.
I'd love to see him get in.
So is this his last year of eligibility?
Well, this is last year of eligibility, and then he would have to get in on the senior circuit. So this is it, but this is the first time he's gotten this close.
So let me ask you this: do you think he has a chance? Considering who's the up against?
If you consider him, if you're gonna do one, who would you do? Ty Law or Everson Walls? More people would go with Ty Law.
He's more current.
Yeah, more people would go with Ty Law. And so if Ty Law, if they're gonna choose between one, they'd probably get Ty Law, and then maybe during the senior circuit, he would probably get in on the senior circuit.
He's in the Ring of Honor, right?
No,
he's not.
No, he's not in the Ring of Honor.
But he's up for the Pro Bowl, but not in the Ring of Honor.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too is
wow.
It's a lot of times when they're doing the voting, the NFL voting and everything, they actually look at how does your team honor you.
That's what I was just they don't look at all.
If your team is not necessarily honoring you, why should we honor you?
Just man,
that's why
it's always a catch to it, man.
Yeah, that's
so
why
he might just go the senior route.
That's why Rayfield Wright didn't get in because he was not in Rayfield Wright. He was not in the Ring of Honor, or Bob Hayes, or even
Bob Hayes is in the ring now.
He's in the ring now, but now he's a Hall of Famer too, or even a Drew Pearson.
Who's not even in the
ring or the Hall. So, but now they're looking to put Drew in the Ring of Honor.
Then next time they're trying to
yeah. So they look at how your teams
are. It's almost like having Facebook followers.
Right. Either that or you go into broadcasting. Because if you go into broadcast,
that's when you got to be somewhat affiliated with.
And this is why I'm going to say I'm going on record to say Tony Romo will be in the Hall of Fame because he's in broadcasting.
Yeah, Tony Romo should not be in
the
Hall of Fame,
but because he's in broadcasting, because he's in the broadcast.
It's going to be a while.
Broadcast career will help.
It's going to be a while.
I think that's what helped Kurt Warner.
But it's going to be a while.
That's true.
I think that's what helped Kurt Warner.
But it's going to be a while. But you got to realize this Kurt Warner won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he took
Romo
Romo
have not won.
So who chooses to be in? Who chooses?
The writers.
The writers choose.
Media choose.
What do you mean?
Football writers of America.
The media choose. So that means that you need to be relevant. Is basically what you're saying.
No.
You got to stay relevant though. You got to be somewhere relevant.
That's what he's saying. You got to stay relevant.
But you have some old school media heads out there that will still bring up old school names and push for these old school.
You have to.
You
have to.
You
have to have some old heads.
So basically, what they do is go look through like years and years and years of footage. Or do they go to your brain?
They probably do.
They go to your brain and find the years and years and years of footage.
You're funny.
So I know we're getting ready to run out of time.
You should have to let they say,
real quick, and because we was talking on the side about this. Des Bryant. Thank you.
The Des Bryant story.
Des Bryant.
Man in the puddle saying there was a catch.
No.
And you know, he posted something the other day about that.
Still laying in this puddle of tears.
That's a catch.
It was a catch. We should have been in the Super
Bowl. So Des Bryant, should he take a pay cut or should he have to?
Take a pay cut, boss.
Yeah, I'd take a pay cut.
Yes, because you came in and they thought you were going to be the bomb, and you bombed.
The problem
in some instances.
The only thing with that Des Bryant is I'm not going to fault him because you got a new quarterback now. I'm faulting Des because Des is not catching the ball when he needs to. When the ball is right in your hands and you're not catching, not only that you don't catch it, you cause an interception.
So basically, what
saying,
you're demoted. You're demoted.
Yeah.
Stop. You're not acting like the money that I'm paying you. So I'm going to pay you like you're acting.
Don't act like $16 million.
Exactly.
Don't act like $16 million. Take a pay cut and then bring yourself back up.
Because we already know you to file bankruptcy, so let it go. Just let it ride.
Yeah, because he all had money to Royce. Who was that?
Royce West.
Royce West and David Bond.
David Wells.
David Wells.
So,
Yeah.
It's gonna be all right.
Man,
you'll be okay.
But no,
up your skills.
Now, should the Cowboys cut him?
If the Cowboys cut him,
they're not good at cutting things that they need to. They're terrible. They're like me in relationships. Like they just won't let go. It's like, oh my God, you know you're miserable with this person. Why are you fighting to keep it? You're miserable. So that's what's wrong with the Cowboys. They just hold on to people.
If they cut him, they will say
and nothing to say.
$8 million. $8 million if they cut him.
If they cut him.
And they can get a receiver that'll actually run around and catch a ball.
But my thing is, if you cut him, who are you going to replace him with?
And that's what Michael Irvin was saying. Who do you replace?
Yeah, you're right.
Shoot, Jarvis Landry.
That's a good pick.
Jarvis Landry.
Some people say Jarvis Landry or Aaron Rodgers.
The thing is you're never going to know who's going to. I've seen people, but listen though, I've seen people flourish under other coaching staffs.
I guarantee that.
So you don't know.
I said that too. I said, if you put Des Bryant in a New England system, he would be 100. He'll be.
I sat back and watched Martellus Bennett turn into, I don't know, I was like, oh my God, he was nothing when he played for the Cowboys.
Exactly.
He went to the Patriots and I was like, what the?
Yeah, whole different guy.
He was Butterfingers in Dallas.
But then he go to Green Bay and now he.
No, he's back with the Patriots.
It's just about sometimes they flourish under better coaching.
When he was in Green Bay, he was like, who? He was with Chicago.
But he was Chicago, he didn't anything, no.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So would you keep Des Bryant? And if so,
I think Des played out, but he's not. They're not done with him.
See, Des Bryant is saying
See,
I'm Dez Bryant.
I know.
I'm for what I'm doing.
I'm gonna tell
Well,
you,
then you better leave stuff alone and get an endorsement.
that's a hard that's a hard
Stop
thing.
talking. Just stop talking randomly and get you an endorsement because you do not play. Maybe your personality should get you something because people know who you are. But at the end of the day, you're not playing. That's your job. They need to pay you for what you're doing. Unfortunately, you're not worth what they're paying you.
This is what I would do.
Get out there and get an endorsement.
I would keep Dez, put him as a third.
Girl, he's gonna cry like a baby if you put him in third. Are you serious?
No way.
Oh my God.
He wouldn't even want to be here with that. No way.
Put him at a slot receiver or something like that.
And then you better never put him out there.
Or the second receiver.
You better never put him out there because he's not gonna play. Like he gonna play that crap.
I don't put him as my number one receiver.
Well,
Said he ain't gonna be there.
he's not gonna say.
I know.
No.
Yeah.
But see,
It's gonna be interesting.
But here's the deal. I'd be scared to let him go.
This is nothing but
because where he goes, he might come back and bite me in the butt.
Yeah.
this is
It's
nothing.
always like that.
But this is nothing but Eli Manning. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
he didn't feel like he don't feel like he should have been put in the position that he was in. Dez isn't because of who they are, not because of their skills. Because we all know Eli wasn't doing nothing. And then so you get out here and you go, oh well, give me this because of who I am. So that's
Right.
appropriate. Take that narcissistic attitude and go somewhere else. At the end of the day, you're not doing your job. You don't get paid for it. If I wasn't doing my job at Citgo, they'd put me in the bathrooms. Listen, you ain't working register. you keep coming up short.
Scrubbing the toilets.
Go out in that bathroom, clean the bathroom, bro. Take what it is. It's no one's fault. It's no one's fault but your own.
Okay.
Let it go. Just let it go.
So in his original contract, he got $28 million guaranteed straight up.
You got paid.
Took it to the house. I can't say he spent all that. He should
Nah,
still
he-
have a
he
lot of
should
that
have
money.
spent all that money.
He spent it all.
No,
I don't know.
no.
He bought a new Bentley every
Did
week.
you see what Dez rolled up in going to
He bought a new Bentley every
Going
week.
where?
Before he even had his money, he was at the club tossing up change. Trust me, I used to be out.
Dez rolled up in going to pick up that girl from Walmart. He rolled up in a Bentley and it had a Jag follow him.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just spend it. You know why? Because they don't really know that they think it's going to keep coming because of who they are. So they spend a lot of money in the beginning.
Tore up right here. That was Russ Westhouse.
Yeah, he dropped all his money.
You know how much $20 million is, man.
I mean, yeah, but you being made.
I mean, you ain't gonna spend all that. You don't have something.
So you trying to tell me about all the millionaires that you can see just go down and nothing?
Unless you got legal fees?
No, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Bad investments.
Okay, and you don't think he's giving
bad investments, divorce, child support.
Okay.
All that plays a part. This is not married.
He got child support.
Child support. Yeah, look at T.O. All the money T.O. made, but what's killing him? Child support.
But you also have to be mindful too that the
And
more money you make, the more money you spend. 9 times out of 10, he's living above No, anytime. Most people live above.
Yeah, that's true.
So 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna say he's struggling. No, he's not out there hand to mouth. But I'm saying that if he was to lose whatever it was right now, he probably hurt a little. Because he's probably because 9 times out of 10. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. At the end of the day, I can probably make a little whatever little money I make in a day, but I don't really work super hard. Like I'm not in anybody's job making money. So for me, sometimes I'll be like, oh, okay, I can just make that tomorrow. And that's how
because
mindset.
Because you know you're gonna be there. But football is different.
But no, I work for myself.
Okay.
So yeah.
You work football?
No, sometimes. But I'm only the center and he's the quarterback. Moving on. So
But you don't try. Wait. I mean, I know
I
you
think
come from
it's
the shotgun.
I think it's not. I think it's not. I think when it took us in a bad route and this is 9
His
o'clock.
hand might not be on the center. You know what I'm saying? He might be in shotgun position.
And it's 9 o'clock, so now that we've taken this to the wrong side of the tracks, we're gonna go ahead and close. We're gonna go ahead and close the track.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned. I'm gonna listen what you're saying now. Oh, okay.
We gotta close out.
It would have been I formation, man.
Listen, did you guys forget that I was supposed to run naked if they didn't go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, we ain't gotta do that. So you good.
So which one of you guys are running naked?
I'm Lewis.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I'm waiting, Professor. You got a streak in your hair. Listen, you got a streak in your hair. I want to see you streak down the street. Let me see it happen. I'm waiting.
All right, while we figure out what we're doing next, we're going to have to get out of here. This is Sports Talk Radio, FullRadio.net. Thanks a lot.
No problem. I'm glad I can always
Thanks,
invite you.
Blair.
Bye, man.
All right, Professor.
All right.
And our new in training super producer or security, D Money over there.
D Money.
D Money, and it is D Money actually.
Oh, okay.
Money.
Yeah, it is D Money.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So this has been 411 Sports Talk Radio, FullRadio.net. Make sure you guys look at the paper online. You can get the paper online, 411sportsnews.com. We're gonna come out every week with the paper.
Matter of fact, we got a special. Dante's got his book in there. Rich really.
You wrote a book?
Yes.
That is awesome.
Very good book.
I've always wanted to write a book.
Just sit down and write it.
Just sit.
Yeah, oh God. It would sound like Tyrese's book. Did you ever read Tyrese's book?
Sit down.
It read just like he talks. It was so annoying. I got to like page 6. And I was like, you know what? That's okay.
Okay.
Let's go over here to J.K. Rowling. Because this is not going to work for me.
All right, let's move forward to Sport Talk Radio. We will see you guys next week.
Bye.
All right.
You're a comedian, boy.
I gotta go to work. Bye, y'all.